What's up? Hi, I just went live.
Oh, you did?
Yep. What's up? Yo, what is going on with Discord, bro? Okay. What's up? How we doing? Okay. Dude, we were supposed to get somebody to come, like, figure out my Ethernet thing today. But they weren't gonna come until, like, 4. Like, what? So we rescheduled for tomorrow. Which, by the way, I won't be live tomorrow. We're once again swapping my day off from Sunday to Saturday this weekend. But I'll be live Sunday instead. What's up, y'all? Thanks, Fed. What up, Perkslow? What up, Luda? What up, Beefy? What up, Bells? Lima, Sepster? What's up, Japanese Export? Goat? What's up, Mason? Alex? Neth? Fa? The sing melody is just Angelica by Wet Leg and I can't hear it. I don't think I know that song. I assume you meant song. Yeah, song melody. Banger. Hi, Bella. On Mother's Day? I ain't celebrating that shit. Shout out my mom, though. What's up, Aurora? Just as I was about to finish. Finish what? What's up, Falco? What's going on with Discord, though? What's up, Naburi? I'm chilling. What up, Zach? Katrin, hello, Goat. What's up, Fire Red? Cole? Can you give us a little twerk? I cannot, I'm sorry. Hi, Tatty. What's up, Reflex? Calc tokens we got? We only have one left. What am I gonna do? 10 deaths total, which I think is pretty decent. Did I really, Zach? I did not. Look at this fucking water, by the way. Holy, like, yo, oh my god, right? Does this not look fucking yo, like, yeah. I think I found the cure to the hentai virus. What up, Cry? Vada yesterday's stream versus the Vaporeon. There was some very important info about the speed AI with the damage tick of spread move and interaction with Quick Claw. Lantern took damage before for Alligator. The turn before proc Quick Claw, letting you know when it will proc. This is very niche but extremely clutch in some situations when you need a Quick Claw proc to save a run during a hail or sand or any ticking damage. So, wait, I don't know what you mean. I'm a little confused. What's up, Yami? What's up, Moha? Please use punctuate. Punctuation would have helped. Pebble Ice, that's what it was like. Yeah, the Pebble Ice is fantastic. Weather damage indicates quick claw proc. Yeah, I know. Is that what you're saying? Yo, make sure to ping me when you complain about calling you a cheater for calcing / pre-sleeping so I can say, yeah, anyways, you're cheating perfect IVs on your Mercargos. What? Some space. Yeah, what is happening? So he's trying to say, okay, yeah, I knew about that. What's up, Terry? What is going on today? What's in the air? Did school let out early? Don't ever call me mommy again in your life. How's it going, Valid? Did you guys, yo, you guys know Zone 29 Money? That's his name. He's a chatter. He's the GOAT. You guys know, right? You know the way he types? It's kind of like the copy pastas. He's the GOAT, bro. He's W vibes. Yo, Rain with the 3 months of Prime. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna pull up his chat history so you guys know what I'm talking about. I like him. He's great. His chats are so funny, bro. Hold on, look at this. Bro, he's so... Dude. It's so... Bro really gets pissed off about the Mega PK RNG. I feel you. This game is a lot of stressful after a while, gang. Like, all the emojis, dude. All the emojis fry me, dude. They're so funny. Me and Jamin have been DMing each other with, like, emojis like this lately. Because it's so funny. But he's such W vibes, and it's like... This is one of those things that if I was in like a shit mood, and I read this, I get pissed off. But like, he's just so good vibes. I was correct. He types like my dad. I was correct. You're so predictable, GOAT. Nah, mainly in a fucking hell gatekeeper, gang. Her forest badge basically requires at least one blood sacrifice. At Sepster, nah, I'm definitely good. It's just max annoying though, I know that. Other than that, I feel like my birthday, you know? Like, what is it? But anyway, I have the funniest fucking screenshot of all time. Get ready, bro. Dude! This shit is so funny to me, man. Bro. Bro, it's so funny. It's it's so fucking funny, dude. Brother, what are you talking about? Dude, it's so... Dude, it's too funny. I just watched the new YouTube video and I see you finally start to take the fraud god, me, strats advice. Grass not on the rose, Magmar is a slept-on serial killer, etc. I mean, you're welcome. You could have at least paid some homage to your boy. It's all cool though, you still might go chill. Dude, it's so funny. Oh, it's too fucking funny, man. I was crying laughing about this for like an hour and a half last night, man. No, it's Burrito's reply that makes it so funny, dude. Brother, what are you talking about? Hi, Gongus. Dude, I can't get over it, man. I can't get over it. It's too fucking funny. He's such W vibes though, man. Is that Jackie? It looks like it, yeah. Does it kind of just get the best chatter nosy? Dude, I love this guy. He's such a legend. Sybil with the gift sub to Zone 29 money. I appreciate that. Dude, he's my goat, bro. Slept on serial killer, bro. Jesus Christ. Brother, what are you talking about? It's so good. Anyway, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Sorry, I've been laughing about that for like an entire day now. It's so funny. I strive to be as whimsical as Zone 29 money. Shit's so funny. Big shouts to y'all. We hit the sub goal for the Plat Kaizo early game encounter tier list. That interaction in your chat? No, I don't even know where that was. Yeah, Terry, this Rapidash seems insane. Yeah, Discord's like actually so ass right now. I don't know what's wrong. What's up, Ash? What up, YouTube chat? How we doing? No, that was a Discord message, Leaf. High Tech Leafeon also seems pretty solid. What is the white beverage you're drinking? Believe it or not, this is water. Doesn't this look like the best water of all time? Iced cum. Not quite. Yeah, drink some water. I haven't been drinking enough water, but ribbed glass. Yo, don't call it a ribbed glass. Does not look like water. It looks like my hog. You have a flared base? If you had to become an Uma from Uma Mystery, which would you become? I'm 26. What's up, Brand Donuts? Just lost Chestnut Wartortle because I missed 3 moves. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I picked Piplup. I fly. Yeah, we have a Brita. But we have... Hold on. Actually, I gotta show you guys. What's up, Wolf? Don't say a not. Dude. We have like Pebble ice makers. God, look at this shit, man. Look at, this is the best ice of all time. Anyway. It's the best ice of all time. Also sync reveal. Let that sink in. Can I get a W sync? I do love, well, not that ice. Fuck ice. Ice out. But also, W Pebble Ice. I do have legs. I don't think I've ever seen this dude in shorts. Also sync cam. I can do a sync cam. Fridge door reveal also. That's true, fridge door reveal. What is this? I am not watching this. I am not watching this, bro. Sync emote? We have one, right? Shit, man. Look at Jesse showing Walter White his latest cook. Look at this shit, man. Look at, this is the best ice of all time. Yo, this is so ass. That ASMR is pretty good though. It's a song. Holy.
Working my shit right now.
Yo, Free Dog with the 5 months of Prime. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Wait till the drop. All right, I'll listen till the drop.
Ah, sweet.
What's up, Fopix? How's it going? Okay, I've heard enough. That's so good. That was fire. All right. Oh, sweet. Guys, we hit the goal for the PK early impressions, early encounter tier list. So I want to locally record. I don't remember. Will the local recording, will my YouTube music pick up in the local recording? I don't actually know. How far am I in Wilk Split? I'm around halfway done. I want to locally record, but I don't know if I have it set so it will. What's up, Barely? Check your audio tracks. Yeah, but I'm lazy as fuck. What's the recording track? Subsiding? I know, right? One for recording. I just want to fuck anything up. How far is world record? It's in Candace Split. I can also just like check the VOD is the thing. Or I can just like download the VOD later. I'll just do that. I won't worry about it. I'll figure it out for next time. Anyway. Who beat Byron? KTZ. So. Oh, why is this still up? Watch the vid back? Wait, that's a good point. Hold on. Oh. Yes, I'm doing now. I forgot I could do that. Where do I have my shit going to? It should be here. It's not coming through. W. Okay, sick. And now let's test it with this. Cock. Cool. Okay, I knew that one would be 5.8. Okay, these are deleted. All right, cool. Perfect. Okay, now we can locally record. All right, let me have this say. Nah, where do I want to save this? That's fine. All right. Can't wait for the tier list to be my opinion on the mon. Can't wait for this tier list to be my opinion on the mons moving forward. W. Yeah, I am a strong advocate for people not creating their own opinions on things. Who is Theo Ash? Yeah, I don't know. I'm still waiting on Peachel's thoughts on Iran before I could really form my own opinion. All right. We have made... Oh. Hold on. Where do I want my camera placement? I think this is pretty good, and then hair's growing back quite nicely. Thank you. This is fine, right? What do we think? This looks good. So spring. That's wild, dogs. So I was sent this and it was missing Caterpie, Poliwhirl, and Onyx, so I added them. How's it going, Flagellate? All the content left. I don't think I can. Context on tier list? Okay, so I could do, actually maybe I could, hold on. Where do I have this? Ladybugs go to this fuck. It's pretty mid, all things considered. Yo, Vezo, you fucking... I know about this, bro. You told me 9 times. Like, thank you for wanting to help, but you've told me 9 times, brother. Alright, this is good, you think, right, guys? What's up, Snom? First, I use Ladybug for Final Galactic Tag and Forest. It's okay. F11? Oh, that's even a good idea, too. Wait, bang. This stuff. Okay, cool. Alright. Pause your calc timer for this tier list. True. Good point. Cut off for early game. It's everything that you can get before Rourke. Which, by the way, I had no... I'll get into it, but I had no idea you could get this before Rourke. I've never had it before Rourke. How many Cal coins you spent already? I have one left for Wake Split. Pachyrisu's Honey Tree. Alright, one last thing. Alright, so... I'm recording. Okay, we should be good. Alright, so... we hit the goal for... the Platinum Kaizo early game encounter tier list. Now, a couple things I want to say before starting is, one, this game's been out for less than 2 months. So if you're watching this video in, I don't know, a month or 6 months or a year, there's a very realistic chance that this is not accurate anymore. I'm open to the idea of updating it in the future, but this is kind of a first impressions tier list rather than like a definitive early game encounter tier list. 2, when it comes to Nuzlocke, when it comes to Platinum Kaizo, and specifically these really difficult ROM hack Nuzlocke, they're all incredibly nuanced. So tier lists are not definitive in any sense. One box will have Pokemon that synergize better with each other. So let's just pick a random Pokemon and say, like, I don't know, Psyduck is complete dog, right? Like complete ass, right? Let's say this Pokemon's terrible, but somebody else has a Pokemon that synergizes really well with it, and they're like, oh, well, this Pokemon wasn't terrible for me, right? We gotta apply nuance and context to these things. So just if I have a Pokemon in like F tier that you used and you thought was decent, chances are it was decent in your current situation. And with the context of your box. I think what I want to try to focus on with this tier list is amount of, I guess, like the amount of general use cases that a Pokemon has over another. So for example, spoilers, Zigzagoon is quite bad, right? That doesn't mean it can't do anything, but if you don't have like another normal type that's evolved on Gardenia split, Lanoon's probably gonna be pretty good for you, right? But generally speaking, it's terrible. You know, it's very, very bad. So what I'm basically saying is, if you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments. I don't know everything. I've put in quite a lot of time in this game since it came out, but I'm wrong all the time. I make mistakes all the time. I can guarantee you I'm going to be wrong about multiple things in this tier list, but this is just somebody with a lot of hours put into the game, not only watching, but playing, giving their thoughts. And again, in a couple months, this is probably going to be super inaccurate, and we're going to learn more about the game. With that said, I made some tiers. I probably will make in-between tiers for certain things. But I also don't feel comfortable ranking the starters. I've primarily used Piplup. However, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Chimchar runs soon, and then shortly thereafter, a bunch of Turtwig runs. So I'm going to put all 3 starters in this tier. Starters are pretty difficult to rank in general. What I will say is, as of right now, and I'm recording this on May 8th, I personally think that Piplup is the best starter. I've been using Piplup since the beginning because it's my favorite. I also just think it's probably the best. The reason for this is Swift Swim. There are a ton of rain sections, has an incredible typing. It's good for Rourke. I mean, it's good on Fantina. It's just generally really, really good with a really, really good learn set. Steel types are obviously really broken in Gen 4. Plus, like, getting Swift Swim just makes it really good. Especially, like, my current run right now, as of recording this, is in Wake Split, and I'm almost to Pastoria. And using Swift Swim and Polion, it's been absolutely fantastic on all rain sections. It beats basically every other water type in the game that's not also like a ground type or a fighting type in the 1v1. Double hit's really, really good on it. You get really good coverage moves. The biggest issue with Empoleon is the learn set, because you get so many good moves. I want double hit, I want Aqua Cutter, I want Aurora Beam, I want Natural Gift, I want like Steel Wing is good to have on it. God, I'm missing something. Avalanche. I delayed for Avalanche. I was thinking about taking Haze. It gets so many good moves. This is me speaking on these two semi-ignorantly because I haven't used them enough. Turtwig is... There have been multiple situations where I think I really wish I had Torterra. I think grass types, especially on Piplup runs, are kind of few and far between. For example, I've had 2 grass types this entire run. I believe I think only 2. Leafeon, which was obviously a guaranteed encounter, and Parasect, which really doesn't even act as a grass type. Oh, Cacnea, but I'll get into the current state of my run in a minute. Cacnea, but that really didn't even count, and I'll tell you why in a bit. This will be on YouTube. Yeah. But a grass type is obviously amazing. I think so. This gets Thick Fat and Shell Armor. Thick Fat is going to be the worst of the two pretty much always. I think Shell Armor is just too good. There aren't that many Pokemon that get Shell Armor to begin with, and every single one that gets Shell Armor or Battle Armor is going to be good. And that includes this. Now, I think a lot of people have said... I think I'll leave it at that because I don't have enough experience with Turtwig to say yet. All 3 starters are good. All 3 are viable. I do think Piplup probably is the best, at least as of right now, but all 3 are good. Which is why I'm going to put them in a separate tier. Chimchar, I've seen a lot of people say Chimchar is the worst and Chimchar's bad. I don't agree. If there's one thing that I have noticed, I mean, I've noticed a lot of things, but if there's one thing that really stands out in like later, I say later splits, it's still like early game, like Maylene split and like even like parts of Wake split so far, is that I really, really wish I had a fighting type, and I really, really wish I had a fast fighting type. Obviously some of the Infernape's good moves are like, you're gonna get access to them much later, but it hits really hard, and fast Pokemon in this game, more so than any other game I've played, really, really, really help. And Infernape's obviously really good for that. Like, fighting types are rare. It's a fast fighting type that hits pretty hard. You can get Iron Fist or Blaze. I think Blaze seems to be the preferred of the two. There aren't as many Monkey Runners as the other two, it seems like. But, like, I mean, fighting types are so good. Like, so good. And I think that gives Infernape value. I've seen... who was it that used Iron Fist Infernape on... I think it was Peach Owl. Used Iron Fist Infernape on Fantina to just, like, O-code the Mismagius. That's pretty crazy. I mean, like, Infernape, I think, it needs to be explored more, too, in, like, situations where it's good. I believe that Piplup is the most explored as of right now, too, so this could probably change, but... Pick any of the starters. They're all good. Lonely 31, yeah. I think not resetting for a Swift Swim Penguin is trolling. I think you really need Swift Swim. I mean, you don't need it, but like, you really want Swift Swim. I would assume Blaze is the better of the two, but Iron Fist is also pretty solid, and I think you always want Shell Armor. That's kind of my starter rundown. All 3 are pretty good. Just for context, I've put 71 attempts into this game. My furthest run is currently active right now on Route 213 on the way to Pastoria. I have 10 deaths, and I've played really well this run, so if you want to keep up to date with that, you can watch me on Twitch, and on YouTube, I'm live basically every day. But I've learned a lot from this attempt specifically, and I only now feel a bit more comfortable making a tier list like this with the knowledge I have now, because I've used a lot of Pokemon. Anyway, I'm going to start with the cats. Actually, before stream, I ordered this mostly in order of every encounter that you can get, which took some time, but the 3 cats, right? I don't think any of them are really like that high. I think early impressions, people thought Delcatty was the best because I think it was Burrito was the first person I saw do it. Where you can like use Delcatty lead on Gardenia and chain like 2 or 3 Pokemon potentially. There's another Pokemon that can do that I think is better for it that I'll get to in a bit. But the big thing is like, well, if I go to like, when do you get it on Perugly? You get a Fake Out at 42 versus if we look at Meowth, 33 if you delay, and then 35 if you don't. And then Skitty gets it just inherently, right? So all 3 of them are getting Fake Out. So it's a guaranteed Fake Out mon, which is nice. Fake Out is... You really can't properly express how good Fake Out is. Like, There's a lot of really hard double battles in this game, a lot of really hard tag battles in this game, a lot of focus sashes in this game. Fake out is great for all of them. If I were to rank these 3 in order from best to worst, I would say probably Meowth, Skitty, Glameow. That is what I think I would say my order would be. I think Meowth, Skitty, Glameow. Although Copycat is really good. What I will say though is that the Skitty tech is pretty huge because Cute Charm as an overworld effect, I don't know the exact odds, but it gives you a much higher chance of encountering a Pokemon of the opposite gender. So if you get a male Skitty, for example, you have a much higher chance at pulling a female Burmy or female Combee. I think it's almost 75%, something like that. It's a high chance, like 66. Two out of 3 is what my chat's telling me. Skitty falls off an absolute cliff, other than Fake Out, is what I've noticed. Persian still kind of holds its own. Perugly, I think, is probably the worst, but it's a bit bulkier than the other 2. I don't think, with this said, I don't think you should be like mad if you get Perugly or if you get Glameow. Like, they're all fine. I just, in my personal experience, I prefer getting Meowth. That might be partially due to the fact that I have Wigglytuff a lot, which does some of the copycat stuff that Delcatty wants to do. But what I think really, what I really value with Meowth over Skitty is not having to use a Moonstone. Because you get 2 Moonstones till like, what, Solaceon? I have had multiple runs where I have Nidoran and Wigglytuff, and then I just have a Skitty sitting in my box. And it just feels like crap. I've had it a bunch of times. I think it's so comparable though between these 2, and I think Glameow's a bit worse. You only get 2 Moonstones till Veilstone, actually. Yeah, till Veilstone. So I think I value Meowth the most. Meowth gets it gets like Power Gem for coverage, which actually can kill some stuff. You get knock off on this, right? Or is it you? I think you get knock off on this guy, I'm pretty sure. I think Meowth's the best. I would put them all, I think I'd honestly do this, but I think they're all fine. It really depends for Glameow, because I guess it depends for both of these, right? But let's assume we're catching them early game. Also, this tier list will be early game encounters throughout the entire game that I've seen so far and seen people do, which is up to Candace split. Shouts to KTZ. So obviously, like, I don't know, Farfetch'd is really good in like Rourke split and like really good for Gardenia split, just like really good early game, but it's gonna fall off compared to like stuff like Shinx and all that, you know. I think all 3 of these Pokemon are fine. They do exactly what you want them to do. It's not bad. These 2 are pretty interchangeable, I'd say. I think Glameow I could safely say is the worst of the 3 though, but it's not by a substantial margin. I just put it slightly below. Okay, getting to Honey Tree encounters. I think it's tough to rank Caterpie because Butterfree isn't great, right? Butterfree's not great, but what Butterfree does offer is accurate sleep powder for catching Pokemon later, which is really nice because Pokemon get really hard to catch. With that said, I don't think it offers enough to really warrant putting it super high, because there are like other ways to allow you to catch Pokemon as well. I don't necessarily think Butterfree is even really the best at that, but it is a tool that it gets as it gets Compound Eyes, Sleep Powder, or whatever. I think C or D probably. Like, if your best tool is catching Pokemon, which does matter later, I think this is probably D. It's tough to say with Caterpie. It's just not great. There are also a ton of like Vespiquen is better. A Mothim is better. Beautifly is better. Probably when outside of like catching, Beautifly is better. Like, there's like a bunch of Pokemon that do similar things to Butterfree that are worse. I'm interested to hear other thoughts on like what people think about Butterfree and like how valuable catching actually is, but yeah, I just don't value it super high because like I think there's a lot of tools you can get to catch Pokemon later, like specifically stuff with Roar and Whirlwind that like yes, Butterfree with Sleep Powder is good for, but there's other stuff that can be used as well. Also, another thing about like these bug and flying type Pokemon is like so many fights in this game, especially important fights and boss fights, have Stealth Rocks. So you're just at 50% permanently, which kind of sucks. Weedle I actually think is really good. Beedrill, it's one of the more rare Honeytree but Beedrill's really good. One of the standouts for Beedrill that I can think of is, well, for one, it's one of the few things that can Oko Gardenia's Torterra. And pre-damaging your Beedrill to be in Swarm range after Stealth Rocks after a sack is huge. Really good for Torterra. I've used Swarm Beedrill for... I used it to chain 3 on Jupiter in the Galactic Eterna building. It gets U-turn. Isn't the only thing that Oko's Torterra? I think Swarm Vespiquen also can. I think. I could be wrong about that, but it's one of the only things that Oko's Gardenia's Torterra, which is an extremely difficult Pokemon to deal with because of how weird its AI can be and like just its otherwise really good coverage. Honestly, I think I'd put Beedrill A, maybe. It's like, I think it's better than these two. Like, okay, I just finished the Valor Lakefront Festival section, and the amount of times I wish I had Beedrill for U-turn is kind of unreal. Just like a really solid Pokemon. I'm gonna put it A for now. I could drop it to B. I might end up dropping these two slightly as well, depending. But for now, I think I'm gonna put it A. I think it's really good. Like it offers a lot. It's just a little bit rare, I think. I haven't had it a ton. Wormple. So I almost want to. I might add Dustox and Beautifly to this. You know what I think I should do? I think I should add Dustox, Beautifly, Mothim, and Wormadam. Alright. Editor, pause this in the video. Let me add these. Let's see. Let me add these real quick. Who did I say? I said we're Madam. Poliwhirl and Polytoad. No, not Polytoad. I have Poliwhirl though. Gardevoir Gallade? No. They're not early game encounters. And then Beautifly. Are there any other ones that are split encounters that you can get early game? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. So let's do... Alright. We can go back to it now. Graveler and Machamp, true. Blossom, Vileplume. I guess you technically can get Blossom for this, but I'll just leave it as Oddish. Alright, so... Wormple... I mean, Dustox is just better than Beautifly. I'd recommend watching my Maylene fight. I feel like that's kind of where Dustox peaks. It was a pretty good Pokemon to do exactly that. Dustox A tier, I would heavily disagree with. I would probably put Dust or Beautifly closer to where Butterfree is. And it's tough to say. Like, the thing is, Beautifly is like piss slow. So is Dustox, but it's more defensively oriented. This thing's typing is just so dog. And this thing's typing does what this thing's typing does, but it's just better. I think Beautifly is not great. And then Dustox, I'd put C or B. I will say, I'm going to put Dustox B tier. The reason being, you can guarantee it, which is good. Moonlight's really good. Silverwind is good, which Beautifly also gets. Dustox hits not very hard, but Moonlight's really nice. And you get Toxic, which is pretty useful. I think B tier is pretty fair. I would put it on the lower end of B tier. Rip off the band-aid and put Beautifly F tier. No, it's not F tier. Yeah, I think B tier is fair. I couldn't really see it higher than this at all. I could see it lower. But it was really nice on my my Maylene fight where I PP stalled the Kangaskhan, got up Copycat Rocks with Wigglytuff, and then stalled out of CC with Moonlight. This also let me 1v1 Dodrio, believe it or not, which is pretty cool with Dustox, just because of how Brave Bird AI works. Pretty fun mon to use. It's nice. I guess Wormple. Wormple can average out to C tier because of that, I suppose. We'll do that. And then Kricketot is pretty bad, to be honest. I almost want to put Kricketot in F tier. The thing that Kricketune has value for is like, I've had Kricketunes with really high attack that are like pretty good in Valley Windworks. It can chip Lileep, which is good on Piplup runs. I honestly think it's F tier. Like, it really doesn't offer anything. It's a good trade mon. The thing about F tier Pokemon in Platinum Kaizo is that there are a couple trade Pokemon, like obviously Chestnut, where you can trade your like bad Pokemon to give them more value. So like even bad Pokemon like Kricketot offer a lot because it means you don't have to trade a slightly better encounter. Like maybe your worst Pokemon is Glameow and that would have to be your trade for Chestnut or something, but you have Kricketot, so you can do that instead. It's overall pretty bad though. I would probably put it here. F tier / trade mons. I think all the mons in F tier would be pretty good trade candidates. Okay, so I added all 3 of these Wormadams, but you're only really using this one, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna do this, and then Wormadam, I think I can safely put in S tier. Reason being, it's the only Pokemon in the game with Protect. Yeah, Sub-Zero's used the pizza one. Sub-Zero's used Pizza Wormadam. What'd you think about Pizza Wormadam? I mean, if you look at this thing's learn set, it's so bad. Like, let's just take a look for a second. Like, you get Rock Blast, which isn't Stab, and 2 variable at 26. You still get Protect. You get Harden. You get Psybeam, Captivate, Flail, Attract, Psychic, Earthquake. Okay, you get Rock Blast at 26, where Madam Trash gets the 120 base power, 100 accuracy, no drawback, 30% accuracy drop chance, Mirror Shot. Like, okay. This one gets some interesting moves and some good coverage. Like, you get Powder Snow. I mean, that's kind of interesting, I guess. You learn a ground move earlier than this one does. What? What? Yo, wait, hold on. What are we talking about? Why does this learn a ground move earlier than this? You get Head Smash at 47. Okay, we're gonna make a emergency pizza Wormadam in F tier. And then I really don't know about this thing. In my head, this thing's actually not terrible in a vacuum, right? But like the opportunity cost of not having Wormadam Trash Cloak is just too big. This is probably fine on Wormadam. This has a absolutely horrible typing, which is a pretty good thing in Nuzlocke, to be honest. When the Pokemon's not offensively oriented, because you can bait attacks, like you're taking fire attacks, you're taking flying attacks so easily into Pokemon that can take those better. You have Protect as well in doubles. Like this thing is definitely not terrible at all. The issue is that this is just like LeBron James. So like Steel typing is too good. You get Protect still. You're baiting fire moves still. Just like a really good Pokemon. I have used it a little bit less the farther my run's gone, but it's such an early game carry. And I think what makes it valuable is like stopping bleeding in Platinum Kaizo is huge. Stopping the bleeding is massive. So anytime you can get a Pokemon that helps propel you through early game, I think is really good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's so good. It's the only Pokemon in the game that gets Protect other than the other Wormadams. It's a really good enabler. It lets you delay a lot of Pokemon. Like, a lot of Pokemon in Platinum Kaizo have delays. Shinx, Starly, there's plenty of others that are good delay candidates. And having a Pokemon that's so good early like this lets you do that easier without worrying too much. And in theory, this probably isn't an F tier Pokemon, but there are two other forms that are definitely better. So with that said, I think this is 1000% an F tier Pokemon just by opportunity cost. I really don't know where I would put this. I haven't used it. There's no probably not any real reason to use it over this. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't know. And this is just a really good Pokemon. And then Mothim is also tough because it's like, well, sometimes you don't have a choice, right? Because Burmy's evolution is male or female. It depends on whether or not it's male or female. But Mothim is good. Like, Mothim's a good Pokemon. I think I would put it B tier. It gets really early U-turn. It has Tinted Lens. Tinted Lens, of course, makes it so, like, resistances don't really resist, and a lot of shit resist bug. So, it's slow is the issue. But I think it only gets better the more, at least it only got better for me all the way up through like Maylene split and when I originally had my first PB. Tinted U-turn is pretty good. Slow U-turn in general is really good, especially in like double battles and stuff. And it gets defog, which, I mean, we'll see if that has any use on a Pokemon like Mothim. But Mothim's actually good. I think Mothim would be valued higher if it was a standalone Pokemon and not evolved from Burmy. I think you also have to put Burmy in S tier. Like, I mean, it feels weird to put these two in S tier, but like, I mean, it's an S tier Pokemon. You're gonna get, okay, if it feels weird to have this thing down here, this thing B, and then this thing S, and then it averages out to S tier, but like, the thing is, you can kind of choose if it's female, right? You get to choose whichever one you want, which gives you, I mean, you're picking this, but like, if it's male, you're still getting value out of Mothim. It's not bad. So I would just put it S tier, even though it doesn't super matter. Combee's a tough one because male Combee does evolve in this game. It just evolves at level 67. Alternatively, you could use like Beauty or whatever with the Poffins to evolve it once you get the Heart Dome. But I think for the purposes of this, we just rank the female one, I suppose. And Vespiquen's really good. It's got pretty buffed stats in this game. Like if we just take a look, it's 102 in all of its non-speed and HP stats with 558 total, which is pretty insane. Also, it is much more likely to be a female. I think it's like 80%. I think this is inaccurate. I'm like fairly certain this is inaccurate. But it's a really good Pokemon. If you do get it before, or if you do get it as a male, you can like delay it for like Twin Needle and stuff till you get to Heart Thumb. Or you can do that anyway if you want. But actually, I think you can. Can you evolve female Combee through Beauty as well? I would imagine yes, right? I actually don't know. I've never tried. You can? Okay, yeah. Then that's honestly not terrible. The thing is, Vespiquen's really good. One of my only like deaths in my current run that I would say is a bad death is my Vespiquen. It died to like practically a max roll crit on the Veilstone tag battle against Uranus. But it's really good. I would definitely put it A, and I definitely think it's better than Beedrill. You get like attack order at 47, which is like 120 base power spread, can poison. It's just like a really good mon. You get Swarm with like Bug Buzz and Silverwind. It's so good. You get Air Slash. It's like a really good Pokemon. I mean, one of the better, it's probably the best bug flying Pokemon in the game, I would say. Unless I'm missing something, but it's the best one you can get early, I would say for sure. But yeah, those are the Honey Tree mons. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Moving on to Farfetch. Those are Honey Tree mons minus these two. Moving on to Farfetch, I actually don't know. To anyone just coming in, this is all the pre-Rourke mons, yeah. I actually don't know where I would put Farfetch'd. Because Farfetch'd is so hard to rank. You get it in the Lakefront and Twin Leaf. It's really good early game. He's kind of sleeper like Giga Chad. I've had Farfetch chain like 3 on Rourke with good luck. The thing is, the meta has been going Azurill in Twin Leaf. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if I'm necessarily jiving with that meta anymore. But I think Farfetch'd, I think it's just like a... I don't know. I mean, I think the real Twin Leaf meta is delaying for Poliwhirl. So I don't think there's any real reason to take the encounter early unless you kind of need it. But I think Farfetch'd is pretty bad in the grand scheme of things. What does it do after, like, Forest, right? Probably not a ton. I mean, it's a flying type, which is nice. It's pretty slow, all things considered. Right? Like, is it speed buffed? I don't fully know. 65. It's got +5 speed. That's a buff, by the way. But you do get, like, Brave Bird at 37, which is pretty early. I think... Get Yawn. I can miss, though. Leaf Blade. Like, it gets good coverage. When I had Farfetch'd on like a decent run, I did get use out of Leaf Blade for like a lot of water types. It's pretty nice for that. False Swipe is nice for catching. But like, I mean, it's just kind of one of those guys that gets you through early game, which I do think has value. It's like... I mean, it can't be higher than B, but I would probably put it C. Like, I mean, it's just an early... Yeah, it's just an early game guy. Delibird's like the same thing, but I think Delibird's a bit better than Farfetch'd. Because Ice-type has quite a niche. I do think, yeah, if your box has a lot of delays, specifically your box before Rourke has a lot of Pokemon that you want to delay, Farfetch'd gets even better because it lets you delay them without being like feeling like you're forced to evolve them. I think this is a very fair ranking though. Delibird I think is a little bit better. Ice is a really good offensive typing. It's a Gibble check if you don't miss. When do you get Aurora Beam on this guy? I think if you don't have Piplup, this gets better. But I mean, I don't see it being higher than C tier, really. I think it's a little bit better than Farfetch'd later. Because doesn't Farfetch'd actually have some speed to it? Not Farfetch'd, Delibird. 85, that's not bad. And you get adaptability, so you actually are hitting pretty hard. A Trill Run, that's pretty funny. That's probably doing no damage. And you get Spikes. You also get Ice Beam really early. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty okay. You do get the fog. Destiny Bond is... I mean, it's better than Farfetch'd. This is probably like... I could see it being B tier, but like on the lower... I'm gonna put it high C for now. The thing is, so much has rocks. And it's definitely gonna fall off, but you do get early Ice Beam. I'd like to use it more. I've only used it like once or twice. But I mean, it's not that good. It's probably gonna feel good because nobody makes it past the early game. No offense, YouTube chatters. No, I think I gotta put it at B tier. Like, look at this. It's 390 total. I guess it's min-max to hell. But like, no. Glameow is definitely better than him is my issue. I'm putting it here. This thing's, it's okay. It's good early. Same for Farfetch. It's like Farfetch but Ice, I guess, just a little bit better. Okay, Mime Jr. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be honest. Telebird's the GOAT. PB, Bug Catcher Sebastian. Yeah, okay, this is no offense to anybody because everybody is getting crapped on in early game. The lower your PB is, the better these two Pokemon seem. And I don't think these Pokemon are bad for early game, but if you think they're like God or LeBron James, then your PB is probably pretty shallow. That's no offense. Okay, I thought Mime Jr. was better. Okay, the more that I play, the worse I think it is. But I don't think it's bad. I mean, I think B. The thing is, you get Magical Leaf, which is nice. It's really good on Gardenia Split. It can beat Roserade. It gets Copycat, which gives it value, which I think keeps it in C tier or in B tier. I would say low B because you get Copycat. You can kind of, yeah, it has really good spit F, so you can like kind of fight Gardenia's Roserade. To be honest, most Roserade counters are a cope counter. So I think being a decent cope counter is not bad. You get like role play, right? So like being able to like Psybeam or whatever, like psychic. I think you get like extra sensory or something if you delay. I could be wrong about that. Not if you delay. If you edge for like 29 and get it in on Roserade at 29 or something, you can like psychic move, copycat psychic move, and beat it that way, which is pretty good. Magical Leaf's good. I don't think it's a very explosive Pokemon. You get screens, which are kind of inconsistent, but it can 1v1 Rose. There's not a lot that can 1v1 Rose, but Mr. Mime can do it. If you educate Teleport. I'm probably thinking of Grumpig, aren't I? I think I'm thinking of Grumpig with the 29 thing, right? What was I saying? You also get like Aurora Beam, I think, which is good for bypassing accuracy checks. I think it's okay. It's not super explosive, but it's got good Spadef. Kind of goes crazy on Route 205, which not like it's a super hard route, but it can be. There's some trap fights that are AI checks or AI knowledge checks. Decent. Pikachu and Pichu, I'm really not sure. I haven't really used them. I don't know. Maybe I can get some insight from people who have played, but I really don't know. I haven't used these. I also have not used Swinub. I think Raichu is probably decent. There's some tech right now where it's gonna get patched out, confirmed. But you can surf to like skip the mansion section, right? Or something like that. But it's getting patched out, so I'm not gonna count that in my ranking because we know for certain it's getting patched out. I really don't know what to think about these. But Raichu's definitely decent with Lightning Rod. The thing is, you can get Raichu later. But hold on, I would say yeah, Pichu has Static, which gives it value, and Raichu gets Reckless. But Static is massive. Static is actually massive. Especially in this game. I don't know, though. I really don't know how to rank them. I might come back to this one. Azurill, honestly, I think this Pokemon's so overrated. I think Azumarill is good in the forest. This is high B, no chance. Azumarill is good in the forest. I think dive delay is kind of cap. I think you're better off evolving Azumarill in the forest to get you through the forest. Like, it just... I don't think my Azumarill has done anything in forever. But it helped me get through forest. I think the meta for this was to get it in Twin Leaf. What is Azumarill dupe out? Like, what is Azurill duping? Do you need the Azurill dupe for anything important? I don't even know. Like, I don't think this Pokemon is good in the slightest. I don't think it's good. Honestly, dude, if I'm being honest, this is like C or D tier to me. I think it's such a trap. Like, you get the guaranteed Azurill, and then what? You have a decent Pokemon in Forest? It's really good in the Hail fight if you just want to ignore Snowcloak. It's not a good dupe. It falls off an absolute cliff. Its peak is the Gyarados. You don't need dive for that, so I don't think there's any point in delaying. You're good on the Gyarados. You're okay on Cycling Road. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty bad. I think it's better than these two, but I think it's... do I? Like, I don't know, man. Like, this Pokemon has done literally nothing for me since Forest. Or since Gyarados, rather. And, like, if you want to beat the Gyarados, you're dodging, like, 2 crits. Like, I know that Gyarados is hard. Like, put it in perspective, Gramble's a better Gyarados counter than this thing. Surely better than Delhi, come on. I mean, is it? I don't think it's better than Delibird at all. I mean, these two do very similar things, but I think Delibird's more valuable. I'll choose a bulky water type in a game where you get a ton of bulky water types. Like, I don't know. Like, and this is coming from somebody who's... Granted, I think a lot of my Azumarills are pretty bad IVs. But this is coming from somebody who's been... taking Azumarill on Twin Leaf for most of their runs since I found out that it was, like, a thing. Like, I don't know, dude. You're using it on Gardenia Split, and then for Gyarados, and then some Cycling Road, maybe. And then at that point, you have a water type that's better, and it's not doing much, probably. Like, I don't know. I just think it's bad. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's pretty bad. I think it's an awkward spot where it's not bad enough to really warrant trading most of the time because you get use out of it at an awkward spot, but it's also not good enough to really... I don't know. I think you're better off delaying Twin Leaf. I think you're better off delaying Twin Leaf. It's a good guy to, like, throw at stuff and not care if it dies, really, but... I don't know. I think I would rather... No, I'll put it, like, here, probably. I would rather have it than these two, probably. Like, let's look at this, right? Twin Leaf Town. Can you... Okay, fishing. Old Rod, guaranteed. You need this guy in your box for Twin Leaf delay. No, you don't. Good Rod, you get one of these three, probably, or you get unlucky and you get the Marill. Unlucky, right? Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that you should probably delay this, or if your box is weak, you could even pull grass after getting a cat. I don't know. I just don't think it's very good. I think it's pretty ass. If I do more, like, if this run wipes that I'm currently on, I'm not going to be taking it anymore. I think it's pretty cap. But, like, even, like, Kricketune is decent for things. And, like, even these are, like, decent for things. Like, it's not that it's going to do nothing ever. It's just, like, I don't know. Don't think it's great. Yo, AEG, thank you for the raid, man. How was stream? Sorry, we're making a YouTube video right now. We're doing a tier list. Okay, Wigglytuff. I am absolutely massive on Wigglytuff. I think this Pokemon is incredibly good. I would probably put it A tier, to be honest. Maybe high B. I mean, it's better than both these two, for sure. It's so good. Like, Copycat's obviously really strong. It can legit take 4 on Gardenia. You're usually taking 3. Watch my Gardenia short. With Wigglytuff, it's really good. You can chain 3 if you have a decent enough Wigglytuff. Better than Beedrill? I don't necessarily agree. You delay Wigglytuff till 17 for Copycat, and then you can also delay Jigglypuff for Submission and Body Slam. Basically, the tech on Gardenia, if you don't know, is you lead Wigglytuff, you Submission with a Cherry Berry. Miltank gets up rocks, most likely. And then you Submission, Copycat Submission, Bidoof and Ludicolo, it's 75% chance to click Swords Dance. You Body Slam, Copycat Body Slam, which is usually a 2 KO unless you're pretty bad attack. And then Roserade comes in. Sometimes you're not even in crit range, I think, depending on what happened. And you can Body Slam, Copycat Body Slam again, Bait and Rotom, which you can chip, and then you can swap it on a Shadow Ball, Copycat Shadow Ball, kill Rotom as well after chipping. It's just really good. It's also a really good Smeargle counter. Smeargle is like my least favorite Pokemon ever, basically, especially in this game. You can Submission, Copycat Submission a lot of Smeargles. The only thing to be careful of on that is if it doesn't Rocks turn 1, Copycatting the next turn will sometimes just not work, but you just have to play it by, like, play it on the fly, kind of. It's really good for that. It's, like, held up for me for the whole game. It's good for a lot of, normal types. It matches up well with them with Submission. Submission, by the way, is a 90 base power move in this game that traps and does damage over time. There's a Gyarados after Cycling Road with, I believe, Thunder or Thunderbolt, one of the two. And you can switch in on Wigglytuff and Copycat Thunderbolt it. Copycat's extremely good, and it's extremely good on a Pokemon this bulky. I'm putting it A tier. I think this Pokemon's extremely good. Also, if you don't want to delay it and you need power for Roark, I've had Wigglytuff live Cranidos Head Smash from full after Rock Chip. Here's a little bit of tech for you. If you have fat balls and a big... you can pre-para your Wigglytuff and Gyro Ball Cranidos, and then trade with Aftermath if you really want to. That's some tech. I've done it. But I'm just a huge fan of this Pokemon. I'm probably a little bit biased, but I think it has a very, very solid case for A tier. Are any of these heavy Ivy dependent? I mean, every Pokemon's IV dependent to an extent that's not named Shuckle, right? I think you want good IV. Like, you don't want a slow Beedrill, for example, obviously, or you don't want a low attack Beedrill. It's obviously going to be better with better stats. I think Wigglytuff matters. Like, you need not terrible attack to do the Gardenia stuff, and even then, I think it's pretty decent. Submission damage over time helps you hit ranges. I mean, Shuckle's not IV dependent at all, really. I think Shuckle's the least IV dependent Pokemon, really. Shuckle's gonna do what Shuckle does regardless. I do think, like, Delcatty can do similar stuff, but I think Delcatty has lower highs than Wigglytuff on Gardenia, but they're both really good for that. Alright, Zigzagoon, I think, is the worst Pokemon in the game. I straight up think Zigzagoon is the worst Pokemon in the game, and I don't even really think it's close. Whoever designed this game, or this part of the game with Zigzagoon, let's do something real quick, okay? Let's move Sentret up with Zigzagoon. Let's rank these two together, because very similar Pokemon, right? It's like, okay. Let's go Sentret. Sentret's really good, by the way. Sentret is really, really good. Quick Attack, Secret Power, It has adaptability, so it hits really hard. Sentri's really slow, but obviously you get Furret at 15, or you could do the optimal tech of delaying for Slam at 19. 19 Slam, 120 base power, 30% chance to paralyze, by the way. It's a better body slam. You get Sucker Punch at 25. You get Me first. I didn't even realize you got Me first if you delayed Sentry even more. That's actually tech. This thing's really good. I've seen people kill like 4 on Gardenia with Furret too. It's really, really good. And then let's look at Zigzagoon. Body Slam at 25. You get Slam at 19 with Sentret. Mud Slap, Pin Missile, Fury Swipes. Yes, it's 30 base power, but it's 90 accuracy, and it's too inconsistent. You're never clicking this. Pursuit versus Sucker Punch. You get Dig, Seed Bomb, I guess, and you get E-Speed. E-Speed's a good move, but like, you're delaying your Zigzagoon till 45 for E-Speed Lanoon, which probably isn't 2-KOing any Pokemon at that point in the game. This is the worst Pokemon in the game. I don't think it has any use, like reasonable use, over another Pokemon. I don't think there's any reason to use Lanoon over anything else, basically. It's completely terrible. I think it's the worst Pokemon in the game. It's, like, I genuinely cannot fathom that this is in the same game as this. It makes legitimately no sense. You also don't get Lanoon for Rourke. Like, Gluttony is not like a very good ability. Like, what? Like, this is... It's a Chestnut trade. If you have Zigzagoon in your box, it is getting traded for Chestnut always. It's so bad. It is so terrible. Sentry, on the other hand, is really good. I think it's better than this. It's just like a really good Pokemon. Honestly, I think delaying for Me first is probably really good too. If you don't need the power for Gardenia Split. Such a good Pokemon. Furret is like kind of EXP starved because like you're going to be using it a lot on Gardenia Split if you have it with Slam, because that thing just kills everything. Adaptability 120 base power Slam on Split 2 is pretty wild. You get Sucker Punch too. It's just a good mon. Just good mon. Okay, Shinx is the first Pokemon where I'm like, okay, Shinx is better the better your early game is, like your early game box. With that said, this Pokemon is completely broken. It's just extremely broken. Honestly, I think it's probably better than Wormadam. Basically, you just want to delay till 43, so you get Fake Out, Wild Charge, Thunderfang, Ice Fang. Reckless is so good on Luxray. I have Tinted Lens, and it's still insane. I think people have said Reckless is just better, but I think Tinted Lens is better in some places for sure. You do want good speed, but I mean, I think this is like up there for the best Pokemon in the game. It's so good. Like, you get Fake Out. The amount of things that this kills with Fake Out Thunderfang or Fake Out Wild Charge is pretty unreal. Luxray has buffed speed in this game. So if we just take a look, Luxray's what you think its speed stat is when you're 8 years old playing Platinum. Just like a really, really good Pokemon. You just want to delay it forever, and once you get Luxray and it comes online, it's just extremely good. Which I think gives Pokemon like Pikachu or I guess Pichu more value because you get static, because it helps you get Shinx. Like, it's that good. Honestly speaking, getting a run with Shinx and Burmy is probably optimal because you have the Shinx delay and you have the Pokemon to get you through early game. Yeah, and even if you don't delay it, it's not bad on Fantinus, but if you do need to evolve it, it's just way better if you don't. This Pokemon's unreal. Watch any of my streams or my VODs from this current run, and you'll see why. Feels kind of bad to play Split 3 without Thunderfang and Luxray, though. I don't know how much more worth Fake Out is. You can scale it in Pastoria. It's, like, significantly more worth it. Like, if you can delay Luxray till Maylene Split, you should do it every time. It's that good. Insanely good Pokemon. Starly, I also know is good if you delay it. It's another Delaymon. I just don't know how good. Because I haven't used... I've only ever had minus Speedster Raptors. You get Brave Bird at 50. So it comes online on a Wake Split. And you get Reckless with Double Edge and Brave Bird. So it's, I mean, it's definitely good. Wild Charge is recoil, Lees. Is going for Honey Trees for LeBron the play? No, I don't think so. I think if you're gonna really set your sights on getting Wormadam, you should just reset for it, to be completely honest. I don't think it's worth getting 9 bug flying types in your box to try to get Wormadam, because then it's like, okay, you have Wormadam, but what else, right? I mean, this is definitely S tier. A few honey treats for local table mid game. Yeah, like this is definitely S tier. I saw Burrito using this with the delays. It's like extremely broken. Like Reckless Brave Bird, Reckless CC, Reckless Double Edge. Is there Motham? Yeah, there's a ton of Motham data. It's good. I think so too, Sub-Zero. But I think it makes your early game worse. Yeah, I mean, Starly is just fantastic. And if you do need to use Staraptor, it's pretty decent in Fantina Split as well. It wasn't even delaying, it was just, yeah, this Pokemon's cracked. CC Reckless, it's a recoil move in this game. Alright, Bidoof is not good, but I think it's better than F tier. I think I'd put it D tier. Bidoof can be unaware, which is really nice. It's also simple, which is less nice. This is just the most D tier mother effer, I don't want to get demonetized, of all time. Luxury is also the only mean look mon. I didn't even know that, but that is pretty cool. I think unaware makes it like, I mean, it's still D tier, but it's the most, this is probably the most D tier Pokemon ever created. I like it in the forest. I like it in the forest. I think it's pretty nice. It's like good. It's good into the barrel 1v1 for honor. Yeah, it's there's just not a ton to say. It's a good trade option. What can be said about this? Can I be honest with you guys for a second? Every time I have a Bidoof before Rourke, I level it up to Bibarel. And then I let it kill 10 Pokemon in the Orberg, or the Orberg gate. And then I don't use it again because it overlevels. I let him go on a bloodlust rampage. So if you're struggling with Orberg Gate and those 10 Pokemon, then I think Bibarel might be S tier. With that said, if you're struggling with Orberg Gate, there are other issues. No offense. No gatekeeping. Everybody improves at different rates. But we're not gonna evaluate Pokemon based on their Orberg Gate value. I don't know, he's fine. He's whatever. I don't think anything is... I literally think this is the only Pokemon in the game that is complete dog shit. Alright, Buneary. I think Buneary's okay. I mean, I think it's like a pretty solid C tier mon, right? Lopunny's pretty good on Fantina and Fantina Split in general because you get Crunch. The thing is, I think like Lopunny doesn't do that much damage, right? It's 86 attack. And it would be really good if it had something like Copycat, I think. Or Me First. Like, I think if this had Copycat or Me First, it would be crazy. It's got pretty good Spadef, so like, I know it can outspeed and kill like Miss Magius, which is really nice. There's not a lot that can do that. Secret Power is nice because you get like infinite ones or whatever. Infinite TMs. I don't know. I think it's just... It's surprisingly not as good as you would expect, but... Not terrible. Not terrible. I don't think there's a ton to say about it. It is scrappy, which is good. You can use like Secret Power Scrappy for Mons on Fantina Split and all that. Just Scrappy Rolling Kick Spirit. Yeah, like that could do something. I think it's one of those Pokemon that's pretty good on Fantina that you can use to kill Miss Magius and also sack. So like... That's what's something that's really good in Platinum Kaizo is like a Pokemon that can provide value on a fight and also sack. Perfect example is my Dustox against Maylene. Dustox was able to PP stall Kangaskhan out of CCs with Chestnut. It was able to 1v1 Dodrio, and I was able to use it as my sack to get something in for free on Medicham. It was the best Pokemon to fulfill all of those things that needed to be done. I think Lopunny is also good for that on Fantina. Maybe I can do more after that if it does live, but I think it's C tier. I would put it like here. It's also, it's not bad at the end of the forest. You can like push its EXP to level 28, use Lopunny on the, kill like the Kadabra, like the Haunter or something like that. It's not terrible. Definitely a decent Pokemon. This is the probably hardest Pokemon to rank in the game. I just got done with the Valor Lakefront Festival, and it is the single most frustrating section I've ever played in any ROM hack. Because they all spam Sing, but this gets soundproof. This is like, it might be the only Pokemon that gets soundproof. I think it is, right? It's the only thing that gets soundproof, but it's 50-50. So it's like, it has a niche. The other thing is, there's a lot of Pokemon with Roar. But like, you get Exploud at 36. You get Crunch. We do you? You don't. Okay, one thing that I do think is good is you get Screech. Screech is really good. You can delay till 31 for Screech. Screech is really good. 100 accurate, -2 defense is really, really nice. You get good coverage, but you don't... I mean, he's like... I don't know. You get Rest. That feels like kind of counterintuitive on a Pokemon that's constantly screaming, no? It also blocks Explosion? What? No. Soundproof does not do that. That'd be really good, though. This is like... I genuinely am not sure for a couple of reasons. One, nobody likes this Pokemon. Literally, there's not a single person on the planet that likes this Pokemon. Do you get Sleep Talk? You do. Sleep Talk's good, because it's a priority move. So you can pre-sleep Sleep Talk. Question is, what are you clicking with it? Nobody likes Whismur, so people get Whismur and they're like, God damn it. So then they trade it for Chestnut. If it's Scrappy, it's F tier for sure. If it's, like... Dude, I mean, how do you rank this? I don't think I can rank this. If you pre-sleep Sleep Talk, don't you instantly wake up and Sleep Talk fails? Well, yes, but you can just like actually pre-sleep without like being like forcing the wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, genuinely speaking, this Pokemon can have value. If you have Soundproof, that's really good. That is genuinely... I think Soundproof is probably one of the best abilities. But it's Whismur, bro, and it's 50-50. And you're not really getting much value out of Scrappy. On a Pokemon like this. Like, maybe you can, but... Well, I wouldn't say it's niche on a specific part of the game. I would say it is a good thing to... It's such a good utility to have. Soundproof is really good. I don't know. You'd also have to gamble your own first turn wake up. No, that's not true. You can guarantee sleep. You can guarantee sleep by like clicking a move and then getting slept by a wild Pokemon. You're guaranteed to sleep for at least a turn. Anyway, I don't know. I really don't know. If there's any YouTube chatters who have used Whismur in beating the game, which I know you're lying, but like, If you've used this, and I don't know, tell me what your thoughts are, I guess. All right, Mankey's really good. If you look at Primeape, it gets Reckless, which is really good. It's 500 plus BST, fast, good attack. Fighting types are really good, especially when they're fast. Delaying for CC is definitely the move. And if you have CC Primeape, I think it's easy at A tier. I could see it being S tier. I think a safe A tier is fine. You want to delay it for CC. I could see it being S tier because Reckless CC is so good. But for now, I'll put it A. It's one of these two. I think there's not enough data yet to put it in S tier. None of the people have delayed Primeape to that point. So I'm gonna put it A tier, but I think it's really good. I think it's just like really solid. Venonat is okay. Venomoth is actually not okay. I had a Venomoth once that I caught in a turn of forest, and it was actually really good for me. Like it completely swept one of the Gardenia Gauntlet trainers, which is pretty cool. With that said, I don't think it's actually that good. I mean, like, it just doesn't offer enough, right? Like, Venomoth's not buffed. So you have 450 BST, you have 65 attack and 90 special attack. You are Tinted Lens, but you don't... Like, Tinted Lens is way less good in the player's hands if you're not using something like... U-turn or like Luxray in the case of like using electric type moves on electric types is really good. It's like you're probably not OHKOing something. You're like Luxray can make use of Tinted Lens because it can fake out Thunderfang a Raichu and just kill it, which is really nice. Venomoth, you're not really able to do that. I think it's good on Gardenia split. It's probably okay on Fantina split. Sludge Bomb at 47 is just kind of like ass. I think this can beat the Leap, kind of. You get a Leech Life early, which is really good. Any bug type with Leech Life early can be... Alright. Oops. I mean... I can't pretend that I think it's better than a Azumarill. Like, I think I would rather have a Azumarill than Venonat. Yeah, I think that's fair. Vulpix, I think is really good. I actually think it's like an easy lock A tier. Vulpix, or well, Ninetales rather, gets Magic Guard, which means you don't take poison damage, you don't take damage from weather, you don't take Stealth Rocks damage, you don't take hazards damage. It means you can't get full parried by paralysis. Yes, that's a thing. Along with one of the other best Pokemon in the game, you can completely PP stall Gardenia's Melodic, which is one of the scariest Pokemon in the entire early game. You get Mystical... Wait, you get Mystical Fire, right? I'm pretty sure. I think I looked at this yesterday. Yeah, you get Mystical Fire at 68 if you want to delay. I don't think it's a TM, right? Yeah. If you do want to delay, you get Mystical Fire, which is a 100... Like, it's a move that bypasses all accuracy checks. You get Aurora Beam. You get early Flamethrower, which is really good. You get good coverage moves. I think it's usually probably not worth it to delay for Mystical Fire, but this thing's really, really good. You get Disable, which actually has a lot of tech. Disable's pretty good. Just like a really, really solid Pokemon, to be honest. I would say Vulpix is probably right around here. Go on the Veilstone type battle. Yeah, I believe it with Magic Guard. Ninetales is really solid. I just got one in my run very recently. It's awful. Yeah, that is pretty bad. I guess you get Mystical Fire after Fog. Makes it less valuable, but still good. But you probably just don't want to delay it. Yeah, Vulpix with Flamethrower can be good too. I'd say I'd put it here, probably. Spheal's good. Spheal's definitely good. I've seen people say that Spheal's bad, but they're just wrong. Celio is pretty good on Mars. It's good in the forest. It's really, really good on that hail fight in the forest. It's really good on that fight. Ice Body is probably the better between Thick Fat and Ice Body. There's a lot of hail fights in Platinum Kaizo. There's a lot. And most importantly, you get Encore, which I've used multiple times with Walrein already. Extremely good move. I would put it probably at the top of B tier, although I could see it being A tier. I kind of want to move Igglybuff down to top of B tier though. If that's the case, because I think it's pretty comparable. No, I'm gonna put it A tier actually. The reason being, there's more hail fights the longer you go on. Encore is extremely good. There's a lot of really strong ice moves you're taking later where Encore can be really... Encore is just extremely broken. Like really good in like any hail fight. I think valuing like hail fights, like hail tag fights is huge. Like I don't know, this Pokemon's just really good. I would definitely put it higher than these two. Also, yeah, and apparently this is the fastest Encore user. That is pretty good. I could see this Pokemon moving up and up to S tier. My personal opinion is I'm not going to rank a Pokemon for sections of the game I haven't even seen. Even though this only gets better the longer the game goes on. Or like the farther you get in the run. I've already seen it. Encore is broken. This also, as a Celio, if you pre-para, completely beats the Glaceon and the Eterna Galactic HQ. You just completely out-heal it. And you can just Aurora Beam spam to avoid Mud Slap. It's really good. Really, really good Pokemon. Like I said, this is my month and a half / 2 month first impressions early game encounter tier list, so chances are this changes. This thing's really, really good. People get disappointed when they see this. I think that makes sense if your PP's Gardenia. But it's just really good. All right, Mareep. This one is tough, but I mean, Mareep's good. The thing about Mareep is it gets static, which is really good for collecting your Shinx. Ampharos gets no guard, which is really good on fog sections. I used Ampharos to kill the Demon Frostlass in the Veilstone Uranus tag battle. But I haven't really used Ampharos other than that. But static is good. However, after getting Shinx, and granted, there's a lot of value in Shinx, I don't know when the next time you really want to use static is. Because I was looking, you can use it to get the Pichu in the restaurant, but like, the thing I was looking out for is Magnemite. Where do you get Magnemite? Because obviously Magnemite's broken in this game. It gets Levitate as a Magnezone, right? Where do you get that? I think the other value is oh sorry, after I got Electabuzz with it is my point, because I pulled Electabuzz on 210. But it's good for Shinx, good for Electabuzz, good for Chinchu. Coronet Surf, okay. I mean, this has to be A tier then. But I think I gotta put it B. It's tough to say because static is so much value. Like, the value of Shinx, or of Mareep, is based on the value of the Pokemon you're pulling with static, because it's not at... It's good in Fantina's gym with no guard. It's good on Bright Powder Snowcloak guys with no guard. I think I'm gonna do this. I think that's fair. I haven't used Ampharos enough on Fantina Split to really say for sure, but I think it's definitely good. Also, to anybody asking me specific questions, sorry, I'm recording for a YouTube video right now. So if it seems like I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just don't want to like take away from the flow of the YouTube video, you know. No, B is a really good return mon. Okay, Spoink. There's not that much to say about Spoink. It's kind of like Mr. Mime, and I would put it like around the same spot. It's good. It gets a buffed attack stat, which means it's like more of a mixed attacker, so Zen Headbutt's nice. Shout out John Pork. It's just like a bulky psychic type Pokemon with good Spadef. It can beat Roserade. You get Thick Fat, which is nice. It's not bad at all. It's probably the most B tier Pokemon of all time. You also got Magic Coat, which is good. Although Magic Coat in double battles is like random, so be careful if you're using that. I think that gives it more value than Mr. Mime. Yeah, it is also faster than you'd expect. He's also cute. Look at him. And shout out John Pork. Yeah, I don't have that much to say about this Pokemon. It's like pretty decent. It can beat Roserade. Having a Psychic type's pretty nice. It's like pretty bulky. Does okay damage. Thick Fat can give you more resistances. Magic Coat's valuable. It's alright. It's solid. Okay, so please hold. The condensation from my water cup is getting everywhere. We got a gusher, if you will. 1 second. Okay, holy shit, it's dripping. Okay. That's a Zoro ranked so low because it's bad. Snore's not bad. I haven't used Snore, but I can see it. Okay. Here's the thing about Ralts, right? You get Gallade for Fantina Split. It's a better Gallade if you catch it as a Kirlia. On route, what is it, 211 to the right of Eternicity? I said this, fuck ice, true. It's a better Gallade if you catch it as a Kirlia on route to, I think it's 211. However, Gardevoir is crazy. If you look, Gardevoir gets Spatial Rend. It gets Aura Sphere, which is really good because it bypasses accuracy checks. It gets Heart Swap, which bypasses accuracy checks. It gets Gravity, which is extremely good. We know what Gravity does. It's a pretty crazy Pokemon. Mystical Fire as well. You can scale. Insane coverage. Magical Leaf. Like, moves that bypass accuracy checks are really good. Like, this is an S tier Pokemon. And I think for the purposes of this, Gallade is also really good. Gallade was better when Triple Axle wasn't nerfed, I believe. This is S tier though, for sure. Gardevoir is so good. The thing is, you have to delay Ralts until, I believe, is it Veilstone where you get Dawnstone to get Gardevoir? But it's so good. It's just like, I can't really express more how good this Pokemon is. Triple Axle nerf. Wasn't it nerfed by like 5 accuracy or something? After Maylene, right? There you go. So good though. It's one of those Pokemon that you don't realize how good it is until you like get it, which I haven't used it, but I know. I've seen some of the calcs and like stuff like that. It's insanely good. Teddy Ursa I actually think is pretty good too. All right, let's explain something with Teddy Ursa, right? This thing is kind of crazy. You can do a scaled return, right? Once you get to Pastoria. I watched Anti do this. You can scale return, delete all your moves besides return and Sleep Talk for Wake. Sleep Talk's a priority move. You can intentionally sleep your Pokemon so it's guaranteed to sleep for a turn. Sleep Talk, Guts, boosted return. It's a priority Guts boosted return. Think about that. The thing is, it's a 50-50 ability. And Quick Feet's definitely good. But it's buffed. Like, it's pretty good, bro. This thing's pretty crazy. I don't think it's S tier, though. I would say Quick Feet isn't as good, although it's definitely still good, just because of Sleep Talk Guts, Sleep Talk Guts boosted return and stuff. It can be Gyarados. Someone in chat said it can be Gyarados. I believe that. It's pretty bulky. I would definitely put it in A tier, I believe, because that is so good. Quick Feet works with pre-sleep. That is pretty crazy, yeah. It's a Delaymon for sure. But it's really, really good if you can get Delay off. The shitty part about it is catching it's kind of ass because it has Roar. You can also just get it later as a Nurturing. I don't actually know what moves you lose out on, but it gets Roar. I think a lot of the time you're not really getting this early game because I think the most common place for it is Orber Gate, and you're usually Repel Manipping there. But it is good. It's really good. Seal. This is a 1% encounter on like Verity. I don't know how good it is. I think it's a worse Walrein. Like we can kind of look. Wait, that's not Dugong. You don't get Encore. So that's bad. You get Swift Swim, which is nice. Or Ice Body. You don't get Avalanche. It does no damage. I mean, this seems pretty bad. I mean, it's one of those things where like you kind of can see its moveset, see its capabilities, and like you kind of have an idea of how good it is. Even though I've never used it, I want to put it unsure. But it's like definitely like here or here. Like I'd probably be more like it's just like a Swift Swim Ice type, I guess. You don't get Aurora Beam for Gibble. Yeah, I'd probably put this here. Take this one with a grain of salt, though, because I haven't used it. This is kind of me inferring. Probably, yeah, good dupe for Lapras later. That's something. Doesn't get Aurora Beam, and even if you did, it's not stab, and it might not even kill. I don't even know. It'd probably kill? I don't know. Chingling! I actually get higher and higher on Chimecho the more I play. I think Chimecho's pretty good. Levitate's obviously really good. I've used this to beat, Shuckle. You have to use your Toxic TM, obviously, which kind of sucks, but this can kind of beat Shuckle if you're willing to use your Toxic TM on it, because it gets Levitate for Sand Tomb. You get Recover later, which is good. You get Aura Sphere later as well. You get Shadow Bullet, Signal Beam, which are good for 1v1ing other Psychic types. You get Recover. I could have used this as well for the Kangaskhan PB Soul on Maylene, but I used Dustox because it was better into the Dodrio. I think it's pretty solid. I mean, I think it's kind of comparable to these guys. I'd put it here. Even here. I think Chimecho's pretty good. You get Heal Bell too, which could come in clutch. I think Recover sets it apart from these two from being a little better, because obviously recovery moves are really good. Just like a solid... Psychic types, there's not a ton to say that aren't named Ralts. They kind of do their thing. But I've been using Chimecho quite a bit. It's not bad. Noctowl and or Hoothoot. I haven't used a ton. I know Noctowl can beat Roserade on Gardenia. The thing is, this Pokemon's ass. You get Aerial Ace. You get non-stab extra sensory. Can we talk? Why is this not a Psychic type, by the way? Like, what are they doing at Game Freak? You have Roost, which is good. I saw somebody say once you want to delay for Roost. You don't keep Insomnia, though, which is pretty bad. You do get Psycho Shift, which is insane. This is a recoil move. It's a mixed attacker. Is Hoothoot pronounced Hoothoot? My child's about to get turned upside down. I mean, objectively speaking, yes. If you look at in Gen... Little sidetrack for a second. If you look in Gen 2, the reason Feraligator's name doesn't have an O in between the T and the R is because they ran out of character limit. So it's Feraligator rather than like Gator. But they do have the capabilities of using a hyphen like they did with Ho-Oh. Otherwise, it would be pronounced Who. So with Hoothoot, it's like, okay, if they wanted to make a Hoot Hoot, they could do a hyphen. And you could make the argument of, oh, owls say hoot. No, the hell they don't. Have you ever heard an owl? It screams at the top of its lungs. And if anything, if you really wanna break it down, an owl sounds like this. Where's the T? Oh my god, the biggest pigeon I've ever seen just flew past my window. Not hoot, so it's Hoothoot. Hoothoot. Anyway, yeah, it's Hoothoot. Keep that in. I don't know how to feel about Noctowl. I mean, it's too underwhelming to really do. I think delaying for Roost would probably be pretty cool, but a lot of Noctowl's value is going to be on Gardenia Split, so it isn't even worth it, right? So that begs the question of, is it worth it to delay for Roost? And if you do delay for Roost, how good is it? However, you do get Psycho Shift eventually, which is a pretty good move. If you don't know what Psycho Shift does, it takes your status and transfers it to the enemy. Can you do this with sleep? I wonder. Could you pre-sleep Psycho Shift something? Hoothoot gets to that 49. Aiden, sorry, I'm recording for a YouTube video right now. Sit on my face gaming and Aiden with the 5 months and 2 years respectively. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. I was gonna thank everybody after the video, but thank you guys. You can't do that? I didn't think so, but I mean, yeah, it's okay. I think I would probably put it like C, maybe D. I think it. It's tough to say. I haven't used it enough, but I know it's somewhere here. That is true. Something it can be good for is the Rotom PP stall. I think it'll provide more long-term value than these two. Smoochum, I have no clue. I need to ask Kindle. Kindle, how good is Jinx? If you guys aren't aware, Kindle costs, he thinks Jinx is really hot, so he really wants to use it a lot in his current run. So follow Kindle costs on Twitch. He's been using it, and he thinks Jinx is really hot. Keep that in. This does nothing until you get Jinx, but you get Jinx at 30. So randomly placing everything I'm gonna defend it. That's really funny. I don't know how good this is, truthfully. Is Kindle live? No. Almost max special attack, IRC. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in unsure because I really haven't seen it enough. I don't know. I mean, it's probably not bad. What ability do you get? You don't get dry skin, right? Snowcloak. It's probably not terrible. I would have a hard time seeing this anything below B. Peachel used it a bit recently. Unevolved seemed very niche though. Yeah, I mean, unevolved it's not going to do enough, right? Clears the hailfire and galactic building. That gives it a value alone. I'm interested. If anybody in the YouTube comments has been running Platinum Kaizo as a hardcore Nuzlocke, let me know what you think. I'm very interested. Didn't catch the Farfetch'd and Deli rank. Are they on C because of defog? Not necessarily. I think they provide early game value, which Pokemon that are really specifically good in the early game have value because they allow you to delay your Pokemon like Shinx and Starly and not as much Ralts, but like Shinx and Starly and Mankey and Mareep and stuff like that. Like, maybe not Mareep, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it lets you delay Pokemon. Igglybuff's a good example. It lets you delay Pokemon that are really good when you delay them by being so strong early game. Ralts is a delay. Yeah, but I'm just saying like it doesn't evolve for Rourke, is my point. And that's like the most of these guys' value is stuff like that. They're just really strong early game, and they enable your delay Pokemon, which is really nice. They also hold up a bit on Gardenia Split and some of Fantina Split, but they fall off the longer and longer the run goes on. Defog is nice, but I don't know when you're really getting a chance to use it a ton. It's been kind of unexplored, but they're not bad Pokemon. All right, Sandshrew. I think Sandshrew... Okay, here's the thing about Sandshrew. He's kind of a weird spot. The pigeon's back. Sandshrews kind of in a weird spot because it's like, okay... Basically every run for the most part is using the Orber Gate Manip for Sandshrew. If you don't know what that is in Pokemon, I have a video coming out really soon that explains it in details. But basically, in Pokemon, repels, obviously they like are the tedium eraser. They make it so you don't encounter wild Pokemon, but what they actually do is they make it so you don't encounter any Pokemon below the level, below the level of the highest level Pokemon in your party. So what you can do is Sandshrew in Orber Gate is level 8. If you lead a level 8 Pokemon Repel, you'll only encounter Pokemon that are level 8, and the two Pokemon you can get are Sandshrew and Machop. So you're pretty much always taking Sandshrew, which would make you think it's S tier because you're always going for it, but it's definitely not S tier. It's a pretty solid Pokemon. Definitely not C tier. I would definitely just put it in B tier, to be honest. Like even now, Sandslash kind of holds up. It's like a worse Donphan, and we'll get to Donphan. But I think this is pretty fair. It gets Rough Skin, which is really good. Like Rough Skin on like some Focus Sash Gravelers is really, really nice for like rock climb and all that stuff. It's pretty good. It's not a bad Pokemon. Rough Skin's a good ability. It's like a bulky, physically bulky ground type. Okay, Nidoran, both are S tier, I think. I will say Nidoqueen's a little frustrating because it doesn't do that much damage. Nidoran female, when it evolves into Nidoqueen, gets Battle Armor, and Nidoran male, when it evolves into Nidoking, gets Mold Breaker. Both are really good. Both Rotom counters on Gardenia. Both good on Fantina. Both probably good on Maylene. I know this is, so I would assume this is probably good. I think, and I could be wrong about this because I've used Nidoran female more. I think Nidoqueen's better because it has Battle Armor, but both are good. I honestly do believe they're S tier. And part of it is because of what it lets you do with your routing. Having a fighting resist is really useful. Having an electric immunity with Battle Armor is really useful. Giving a Rock Tomb on Nidoqueen specifically is really useful. I've gotten an insane amount of value out of Nidoqueen in my current run. My current run, I reset for 7 hours until I found a female Burmy because I was Wormadam pilled. That enables your early game a lot. I also got Shinx, which is great. I also happened to get Nidoran female. Now, getting these two things lets you do a couple things. One, having it with Shinx is amazing because Shinx, one of the best Pokemon in the game, especially for the mid game. Fake out Wild Charge, like we said. These two Pokemon are so good early that it lets you delay for Shinx. Now, Nidoqueen's also really good on its own. But what Nidoqueen also lets you do is it lets you have your Rotom answer. Rotom is one of those Pokemon that, like Gardenia's Rotom rather, it really needs a specific answer. Stuff they can do it is like Cacturn, Shiftry is like a cope answer. You can like chip with a Swift Swim on. Persian and Perugly and stuff can kind of chip it a little bit and do some stuff. It's pretty tough to deal with though. This deals with that, which means you don't have to pull Route 205, which means you can delay Route 205 until Route 205 North, which guarantees you a Finneon with Good Rod. Finneon, we'll get to it. It's a guaranteed encounter that is a really good dupe for Horsey with also a Good Rod on Route 218, which I've been delaying as well. I did both of those things in my current run. Delayed 218, which is normally where you get Goldeen and Slowpoke and Squirtle. And you can get Luvdus there, I think. Delayed that, got Horsey. Delayed 205, got Guaranteed Finneon. Both of those, combined with Barboach and Goldeen. Goldeen I fished up in Eterna, and Barboach I got on 208. Gave me a guaranteed Feraligatr, which is also a really good Pokemon on Route 209. The only reason I was able to do that is because I had this. Not that it's necessarily a dupe, but it lets you delay, which is extremely good. And you have to apply that context when ranking these two, on top of the fact that they're already really good Pokemon. If I had to pick which one's better, I'd say this, but this one is really, really good as well. They're both really good in the Eterna Galactic building, both really good in the forest. Nidoqueen can be good on Rourke if you really need to evolve it. They're just great Pokemon. Okay, here's the thing about Aipom. This might be the most Giga Juicer delay Pokemon in the entire game. Maybe there's something else that's more, but you get double hit at level 63 and fake out at level 77. You want to delay till 77 for fake out. You get Technician, Ambipom, 100 base power with 60 base power double hit, boosted by Technician each time. That's like an 180 base power double hit, and you also get fake out. I don't think it's a crazy take to say this is in contention for one of the best Pokemon in the game. KTZ, who's the world record holder, he had a run wiping Candace Split recently. That was delaying for this, but he wiped it before he was able to get it. This is easy S tier. I'm just gonna put it like with the other Delaymons. Nobody's used it, but it does not take a rocket scientist to explain to you why fake out double hit 180 base power is good on a fast Pokemon. Aipom's okay on Rourke Split, but it's sitting in your box for literally ever. It's broken though. It's extremely broken. Double hit is already a really good move in this game, but Aipom, it's just straight up broken. And that's not including stab, yeah. I would be surprised if this wasn't an E4 mon. Kingler is also extremely good. It's just very rare. You get Swift Swim. It's a 50-50 ability, but if you do get Swift Swim, it's extremely good. I think it's also probably an S tier Pokemon. It's kind of broken. Like, isn't it something like Swift Swim Kingler sweeps Aaron in the E4 or something like that? Chains 5 on, like, this is S tier, like, for sure. Vice Grip is a 90 base power move that's physical and traps in this game, also water type. It's Volkner, not Aaron. Okay. Oh, sweeps Aaron and takes 5 on Volkner. Yeah, like, it's just not very balanced. And honestly, there's been some patches in this game. I don't know why it's not nerfed, because that's not balanced. I know it seems like I'm putting a lot in S tier. This is definitely S tier. Like, it's really, really good. There's a lot of rain sections if you do get Swift Swim. I will say I could maybe make an argument for putting it A because it's a 50-50 ability, but like the high has it in easy S. Like this is just a crazy Pokemon. I really want to use it. I think this is pretty good so far. It feels weird that it's top heavy, but I think it'll get filled out. Sunkern I think is okay. I think Sunkern's better on Piplup runs because you are starving for a grass type sometimes. But I don't think it's that good. It's fine. I think it's nice to have it as a warm body that's also a grass type. What's good about Sunkern is if you get Sunkern in like Sand Gem, or I think there's maybe one other place you can get it. I think 202. It lets you delay 204, which is good because you can get a better Pokemon. The 204 table north versus south is a lot better in the north if you delay. So I think that gives it value, but I still think it's definitely a B tier Pokemon. I'd probably put it like right here. It's pretty good. Ingrain is also good tech because you can't get roared or whirlwinded by wild Pokemon. That's very nice. which is an important thing to think about when there's a lot of Pokemon that can do that. Hoppip, on the other hand, is one of the other Pokemon I put in F tier. But it has value. Like, okay. Hoppip okay. Hoppip's bad. Hoppip's not good. But is it F tier? It's a flying type, which has value. It can beat Roserade. The thing about Hoppip is it can also Whirlwind you. Hoppip also destroys the mental health. Dude, I don't think it's F. But, okay, if I don't put this F, then I think Kricketot's not F. Which makes me think it's F. I mean, I think Hoppip's better than Kricketot. Why do they get nerfed? What the hell? I'm putting it F. What? What? Okay. If you take your Kabaya Berry, whatever it's called, in Eterna City, it can dodge crits on Roserade and 2-hit KO with Aerial Ace. It's also good to trade for Chestnut, and it's a flying type. This thing's impossible to rank, dude. I mean, it's D tier, right? Like Love Disc is him in Roark Split. Love Disc does the dirty work, bro. Love Disc does your dirty work. Like, it's an objectively bad Pokemon, but it does your dirty work. Like, Pokemon like this, they're like really good for like the first couple splits. This Pokemon is good for Roark, and that is it. It's good for Roark Split, and that's literally it. But I think it has a lot more value than stuff like I think I'd put it here. First heart swap delay disc will be full body chills. Like, okay. This tier list is in regards to the entire game, which we haven't seen yet, but we can infer based on context. And if you take, like, yes, it's important to get through the early game, and Love Disc helps with that. But it is, if it's like practically guaranteed. And it's nice to get you through, but it's like, if you, like, it's there to die. It's like, if that's the case, then Kricketot has less value, but it's there to die as well. I think this is fair. I think this is very fair. Like, D tier accounts for like all the value it gives you on Roark. It's great for Roark Split. It honestly does a lot on Roark Split. Like, it's one of your better Pokemon for Roark Split, but like, if I'm being honest, I don't think Roark Split is that bad. Like, yes, there are issues there are things in Roark Split that are pretty scary. Like, Roark isn't easy. And there's like a lot of RNG involved depending, and Love Disc is great for it. But I don't think it's necessary even really to get through Roark. So I think, but it does provide a lot of value in Roark Split, so I would say D tier. It's also a good trade mon, so it has value there. Maybe it's a dupe for later too, I don't know. Azu D tier, does it fall off hard after Fantina Split? I don't even really think it's good on Fantina Split. I think this is the biggest trap mon in the game currently. I really think that using Azurill, or like use like Twin Leaf Delay, or not Twin Leaf Delay, Twin Leaf Fishing for Azurill is bad. Like, it is good in the forest. It's like pretty okay on Mars. It's pretty okay for Jupiter's Gyarados. And then like, then what? I haven't used this thing since God knows how long. I think you delay for Good Rod Poly or Wooper potentially. I love Azumarill. I just don't think it's good. Yeah, I think it's bait. I personally am. If this run wipes at any point, then I'm gonna stop taking it. I'm gonna start delaying Twin Leaf. I think it's just better. Poliwrath's a really good Pokemon. Finneon. Finneon's good. Finneon's really good, actually, I think. You can probably put it bottom of A tier. It's really good for routing. It's really good if you can get guaranteed Finneon on 205 North. It gets U-turn relatively early. You get it for Gardenia, I believe. It's one of the best dupes in the game, I think. It can beat Wake's Ludicolo. I think it can beat Gardenia's Ludicolo. It gets good. It's like a mixed attacker in this game. It's Chlorophyll and Swift Swim, both of which are pretty good. I think Swift Swim's definitely better. But I think it's a good mon. I think it's A tier. I'd put it like right above Weedle. But I use it a lot on Maylene Split. Fast U-turn for Roserade too. Yeah, it's just like a really good mon. Which is cool because in Run and Bun, this thing's terrible. You get like good coverage moves as well. It's just good. It's just solid. It does exactly what you want it to do and more. Okay, now this should be an unsure because it's a 1% encounter, but the 2 runs that had Mantike made it to Wake and it was broken in both of them. This is a really good encounter, but it's tough to say if it's like S or A because it's like you need Remoraid to evolve it, and I don't think there's a guaranteed way to get Remoraid. You don't kill it if you're getting this and dying. No. I'm curious where Ned and who else had it? Kindle? Where they would have put it. It could be Gibble as well, I believe, yeah. Yo, Kindle, what did you think of Jinx? By the way, other than like you thinking that she's bad. Like hot, I mean. Because I know you used it. But I don't know, I didn't know where to put it, and you weren't live to ask. Also, whenever this comes out on YouTube, don't watch the video. A for sure. Oh, on Smoochum? Or for Mantike? There's 100% on the C. Both, I'd say. Okay. Shout out Kindle Costs. I know this thing is like... I mean, would you say that Mantike has a case for the best Wakemon? Easily the best Wakemon. That's what I imagined. I think that gives it a lot of value. Wake looks really hard. What's your reasoning on Smoochum? Dry Skin Toxic Stroke was nuts from your Wake? Yeah, I believe it. Dry Skins in general is really good. Has no other use other than Wake? Oh, that's not true. Mantine's good. It's gotta be. I mean, I was saying that I can't see Jinx being any lower than B. Yeah, fair Sharks. Okay, bet. Thank you, Kindle. To the YouTube video, Kindle, who's used more Jinx than probably anybody and thinks that she's really hot, says Jinx is really good for Eterna, Galactic, and Psychic plus Ice Beam Good Heart and Maylene split. Just killed 4 on Maylene with it yesterday. That's pretty sick. Go check out Kindle. We'll plug his thing for the YouTube video, his Twitch and stuff. He's the GOAT. Yo, what up, JP? All right, Pidgey has the reputation perpetually of being a piece of garbage in like every game it's in. However, shout out Luck Mission. This Pokemon's good as hell. Pidgeot in Platinum Kaizo gets Intimidate. And what is the delay exactly? I have this joke when I was dooming over Pidgey that You get the 120 base power mirror shot with no drawback and 30% accuracy drop at one Wormadam at level 26, but you can delay this for level 49 quick attack if you want. With that said, this thing gets Intim and it's really good. You delay for double edge at 33, and I have seen this chain on multiple fights with double edge. 140 base power. This thing is good. It's A tier for sure. Like, this Pokemon goes crazy. I would probably put it like right here. Like it's just good. It's more like vanilla Staraptor with like some tweaks, right? Yeah, double edge is so strong, and you get it so early. Not quite weak to electric. Yeah, it's a good mon. It's just it's a delay mon is the thing. Like you're delaying it for a bit, so it's sitting there for a while. And I can understand people hating getting Pidgey because most of us get stuck in early game for the longest, right? So when you get something like Pidgey that doesn't help you get through early game, it feels like kind of bad. But you only really have to delay it to like Fantina Split, and then it's good. Just a really good mon. Really good mon. Can I put a Cleavor smoking weed crashing into the Twin Towers, but one of the towers is Big Booty Jinx? I think that might get us demonetized. And Fantina Split. Okay. There you go. Okay, Snubble's not great, to be honest. However, in my opinion, from what I've seen, it might be the best Gyarados counter for Jupiter. You can go Pidgeotto to not use much value. Okay, that's good. Grimble is really good for Jupiter's Gyarados, and other than that, I don't really know what it's good for. Like, you get it early, which is nice. You get Brick Break, except, haha, you don't. It's a scale. Body type at 27 is, like, nice, I guess. It's slow as shit. It's not buffed. You get Intim, which is good. It has Roar when you catch it. Get Earthquake. I mean, like, this might be just F tier, dude. All your value moves are like... Max attack Patchy can Oko the Gengar. I mean, this is just like more consistent to that because you can swap in Intim and Bait Dragon Rage instead, which is good. You can even use like an Oranberry instead. Honestly, this is bad. I would probably put it here. Prime candidate to trade. Not very good. Not a very good Pokemon, unfortunately. It just doesn't get enough tools. Intim's good. Maybe Intim moves it up a tier. This makes me want to move Bidoof down. But I don't know. Okay, I think early on, Spearow was one of the most coveted encounters because it's really good on Gardenia. But we have since gotten better at the game and not had Gardenia as the biggest white point. With that said, it's still good. I think Spearow is just like solid B tier. Like I would probably put it around where Sandshrew is. You get Drill Peck. You can delay till 25 on Spearow for Drill Peck. It's really good on Gardenia Split. It's good on Fantina Split. I patented my PP stall strategy, which I'm not going to trademark a PP stall. But getting Lantern and Mount Coronet, which is pretty realistic because you can static for fishing. You can use Lantern and a normal flying type to PP stall Fantina's Rotom, which is really good. It's just good. It's exactly what you'd expect. It can beat Roserade. It's better on a sack, but you can switch it in if you're feeling like you have fat nuts. It's solid flyer. No blue Kaizo Firo, but it's solid. How is Starly S tier? Okay, so what I was saying is like, okay, a lot of Pokemon like Starly and Shinx and like Apom, and even like maybe Mankey and like Mantike and Teddiursa to an extent, and Pidgey, they don't feel like they are S or A tier encounters, but that's because they're best when you delay them. And Starly is no exception because if you can delay Starly till 50, or you get Brave Bird, you get Reckless CC Double Edge Brave Bird Staraptor, which I watched Burrito use it and it wasn't even fully like the full delay. It is unreal how broken it is. It does so much damage. It just nukes things. It's also better with Shell Bell because you heal a bit of the recoil off. It's so good. Like I know it feels like really bad to get early game. It's just like a fast nuke. It's a lot like Luxray in the sense of like you can nuke a Pokemon in a fight. It's so broken. I really want to use it with the delay. But like, especially a lot, like, this game's really, really, really hard. So a lot of people aren't getting out of early game consistently, which makes stuff like this feel bad. But you gotta trust me when I say, like, the late game payoff of these Pokemon is worth it. If you're able to get through the early game, it's worth it. And Staraptor is a really, really good example of that. Shinx is a really good example of that. You get it a bit earlier. So good. Hopefully that explains it a bit. It does feel like bad for people who haven't gotten like too far yet. This is a tough one. Ledian is better than it is in like some other games. I'm curious. You never get Encore on this ever, right? Yeah, no. Like, it gets physical bulk. It has, like, 50 more physical attack. Which is good. It makes it better early game, but, like, it doesn't really have much value. It's okay early game. I'd probably put it D tier. Safeguard's nice. In the forest, it can be okay. I just... like, it's not really doing anything after Gardenia for the most part. Like, Aerial Ace can be good for certain things, but I'd probably put it D tier. Like, I don't think it's better than these. I don't think it's better than these, really. Spinarak, though, is pretty good. I just don't know how good. I don't know what it is, but I think Ariados is like the most clutch Pokemon ever. Like, I feel like Ariados always clutches. I mean, yeah, I get screens, but that's not really that good. Screens are too inconsistent in a lot of ways. Like, the thing about Leddyba is it's not fast enough and it doesn't do enough damage to really scale at anything. Like, Ariados, I don't, it's not A. I love using it, though. I think it's B. You get Intim. Leech Life's good. I'd probably put it here. Like, it's you get Intim or Insomnia, both of which are pretty good abilities. It feels like it always clutches. It's a clutch god on Gardenia. It's pretty good on Rourke. I'll try Medi with Ledian. Have you really? Were you dead to high jump kick crit? I gotta know. Would you say it's C? I mean, I've used Ledian a decent amount. It crit. Never mind. Yeah, I think Ariados is pretty okay. I don't know, it's solid. Which is awesome because I feel like Ariados is always terrible. It's probably that much worse than B. I think, yeah, because B gets U-turn. And B can, like, chain 3 on Jupiter, and it's one of the only Pokemon that can Oko Gardenia's Torterra. Skipping that. Alright, I think B tier for Spinarak's fine. I think this is a terrorist Pokemon. What is this song? I know people hate hate C-Dot. Like, every time I have C-Dot, I feel like Nuzleaf dies on Rourke. I saw Sub-Zero misunderstand how Sticky Barb works 3.5 times in a row yesterday, so that gives it some value. The Menace of 204 South, yeah. I think if you get counting dupe value, yes, I am. And I think this is an okay dupe. Did it work? It did work. Like, if you catch it as a Nuzleaf, you get some good coverage moves, but you scale Fake Out, right? I don't think it's as bad as most people say it is, though. I think it's like C tier for sure. Like, it can be good on Gardenia. It has dupe value. It can do some stuff on Rourke. It can fight Rotom. Like, I think having... I legit think having a Rotom answer is one of the most valuable parts of early game because it lets you delay 205. The thing is, like, getting through with C-Dot as your grass type kind of feels like ass. But I think having the 205 North delay potential with a Pokemon that beats Rotom is pretty useful. Yeah, I'd say C tier is pretty fair. Now, Shroomish is actually LeBron. I don't know if I think it's S, but at the same time, other than Luxray, I haven't really used a Pokemon that felt as broken as Breloom. But the thing is, like, okay, Poison Heal Shroomish is good. Good on Rourke. And then Breloom, if you catch it at 204, you get Force Palm. Otherwise, you have to use Rock Smash, which is still fine. You don't get Focus Band, though, if you delay for it, so we take that into account. I mean, if you're relying on Focus Band, then you're... I don't even know what to tell you. I haven't even got my Focus Band yet. I keep forgetting. It's A tier at the lowest. I just don't think it's as good as... Do I, though? It's so good on Gardenia. It's... I don't know. When I had Breloom, it really popped off for me. It's better than these. I think this is where I'd put it. Definitely good for early game. And it's I mean, okay. Grass Fighting is actually a pretty good typing. Because there are Pokemon that have exactly grass, ground, and rock coverage that are really scary. Specifically a lot of Torterras. And it resists all three of those, which is nice. Bullet Seed with Technician is pretty unreal. It is kind of variable in damage because it's Bullet Seed. But it does a lot of damage with Technician. It's just a really good Pokemon, too. You get Rock Tomb as well for coverage if you want to use a TM. Okay, I'm actually really, really unsure on what to say about Bidoof. I always hate getting this Pokemon, but Roselia is not terrible. It evolves with a Leaf Stone in this game, and I think Roserade's pretty decent. But the thing is, a lot of Roserade's good moves are by delay and really late. So Sludge Bomb at 77, Extra Sensory at 85, Petal Dance at 90, like, and you can't really delay for them either. You can use a Sludge Bomb TM, which is good. But like other than that, I know you can use Grass Knot as well. I don't know. It's got to be good with Grass Knot Sludge Bomb though. Natural Cure can also be clutch. I think B tier is probably fair. It's probably like here. I haven't used it enough and gotten far enough to really say with it, but I think it's why is it so, what the hell? Why is it like dipped? I don't know. Yo, Focus Mist, thanks for the raid. Sorry, I'm recording a YouTube video right now. How was stream? Welcome in, guys. Okay, I have never, ever seen a soul with Victory Bell in my life. And I've never gotten it past a Weeping Bell, so I really don't know. I really don't know. Has anybody used Victory Bell? You have, it's trash. Gongshot 47 is pretty good. Oh, it's kind of buffed. Stream went well, I'm bleeding out, but this made it to return, I just need to take on. Yo, let's go. Good shit, dude. That's awesome. Big congrats. Is that your farthest run? Barely beat Milo. I mean, I haven't really used enough. I'm gonna say unsure because I haven't used it enough for now. Anybody in the YouTube comments has used Bellsprout? Anything here, really. Let me know what you think about like Victory Bell, because I've used it as a Weeping Bell, but never as a Victory Bell. Chlorophyll is probably pretty good. Chlorophyll's nice. All right, Chikorita is like an S tier Pokemon, I think. This thing is freaking crazy. If you aren't aware, Chikorita gets Thick Fat as a Meganium, so it gains 2 extra, or I guess it loses 2 weaknesses. You get Petal Dance at 32. 100 base power, Petal Dance, crazy. It's not the one that locks you in this game. It can confuse. This Pokemon's really, really good. And I think that's part of why Sunkern has value, is because it lets you delay 204 North for higher chances at like this. Now the question is it S tier or is it A tier? You get Synthesis at 60. I feel like this has to be S tier. Like every time I've seen it, it's been unreal. Like Petal Dance is really good. It's also spread. Apparently, I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy. Chikorita's insane. I really want to use Meganium. The one Bailey front I had, I forgot to teach Toxic like a dummy. All of Jabin's far runs. Okay, if Jabin's able to like get far getting this Pokemon, then that's how you know that it's really, really good. I have to skip this. I'm gonna be too distracted during the video, sorry. Alright, Lotat. Ludicolo is really good. Like it's either A or S. Like, okay. This Pokemon's crazy good. The thing is, it is a 50-50 ability, but both are good. Like, any rain fight, this is gonna be good. The typing is just too good. Like, you get Swift Swim, you get Rain Dish. Do you get Fake Out ever? No, you don't. The thing is, the moveset's a little bit lacking. Top of S? I don't know about that, but I do think it's S. Ludi's good against Gardenia. It beats Melodic. If it's Swift Swim, we can also like maybe revenge something that's low. I was just thinking that maybe the cutoffs for A and B could be a little bit larger. Yeah, please, dogs. What I'm thinking about for Ludi is the value for the entire game in any rain fight in the entire game, not necessarily just Gardenia and stuff like that. Like on Wake, it's got to be absolutely crazy. Like you don't get like Giga Drain or anything, but it is a TM, right? So like that's pretty insane. I think Ludi is really important for rain sections, which is why I wanted to try to get it. It's just kind of tough to justify like a bunch of different things. I think it's gotta be S. But we also still have so many more months, so let's fill it out more. Bulbasaur is good. I think when I had Ivysaur is really good. You're getting like, you get a bit more attack. I haven't used enough Venusaur to say. What are you guys' thoughts on Venusaur? I think A tier seems pretty reasonable, but this thing's good on Mars. It's good in the Gardenia Gauntlet. I imagine it's good after. I think A is like pretty reasonable. Probably around like Shroomish. Maybe like a little... Yeah, this is probably fine. Double Edge Demon. Yeah, you get Double Edge. Maybe B. I think this is fine. Yo, can I be honest? I didn't know you could get this. I did not know you could get this before Rourke. But yeah, you get like Sludge Bomb, you get like Double Edge, which is really good. You get Earthquake if you scale it. You're never using this. Because you're taking 204 Night if you are taking lower, probably. I don't know. I legit have no clue. Can you get Trico? No, right? I'm pretty sure. You can. Oh, it's 204 North, isn't it? Yeah, you can only get it in the North, so it's not before Rourke. I don't know anything about Cherubi. I'll come back to it, I guess. Oddish is pretty, I think it's like a solid B tier Pokemon, like around here with Sunkern. Like, yeah, I would imagine this is better if you get in the restaurant egg, but like, I don't know. When do you get Cherim? You get Blaze Kick. That's pretty interesting. You get it at 25. Flame Wheel at 31. I've never seen anybody use this before Rourke. And I've only seen one person use it after, and I have no clue how good it is, but it's probably okay. I think Oddish is fine here. You can evolve it to Blossom for Rourke, which is nice, because there's a Sunstone before Rourke. It's hidden near the Honey Tree in Verity Lakefront, if you didn't know. KDZ Net and I all had Cherim and Wake Split as a solid Pokemon. What would you rank it? Otherwise, I think Vileplume is pretty okay. Honestly, I think Bulbasaur is too high for sure. Many grass types? Okay. B or C. Taking a mixed coverage in the game with not many grass types. Alright, let's throw it in C. Fuck it. Screw it. It's C tier. Taking it from 3 pretty high level runners who have used incidents. Alright. But the thing about Platinum Kaizo, by the way, is I know these tiers feel like kind of top loaded, but like most Pokemon are good. Like most Pokemon are, like, this game's very balanced. Not talking at Zigzagoon, this is the worst Pokemon ever. But like everything's good for the most part. Alright, Cacnea. I am very big on Cacnea. I'm very high on this mon. It's really good on Gardenia. I value a Rotom counter pretty heavily. Not only is it a Rotom counter, it can beat Melodic. It can beat Torterra with Leech Life. This Pokemon is really, really good. It's also a Dark type, which is really valuable. Really good on Fantina splits. Dark type Absorb with Stab's really good. Yes, Absorb is a Dark type in this game. You get like Needle Arm. It's really good in Galactic HQ, or not Galactic HQ, the Eterna Galactic building. Really good on Gardenia. Really good on Fantina split. Like I'm sure it's good on Maylene split as well. I think this is a really good Pokemon. I'd probably put it A tier. Like probably like right here. I really enjoyed this Pokemon when I had it. Pretty much every time. It's immune to Sandstorm because you get Sandveil, which is relevant. You don't take Sandstorm chip. I'm really high on this mon. Very high on it. Probably more than most other people. But again, I think a Rotom counter lets you delay pretty heavily, and it makes your routing really nice as well. Barboach is good for dupe value. It's really good for dupe value, actually. B can't be A considering its variance. I'm starting to believe that as well. I think I do want to move B down to B tier. Haha, funny. But yeah, I think a good B is A tier. You get Sucker Punch at 99. Nice try, buddy. Yeah, I think I'm starting to lean towards moving it to this. Dude, Furret does stuff forever, bro. Like, seeing it in A tier feels weird, but it's really good early game, and it continues to be good. Factoring opportunity costs, I am, yeah. Like, I feel like Furret doesn't truly fall off for a while, but makes me want to move it down slightly. I mean, it's not a guaranteed Torterra answer. I can fight it, though. The thing about Barboach is, like, it's really good. Like, it was one of the most important Pokemon for my Gator routing, which lets me get Gator and, like, guaranteed Horsey. Not guaranteed Horsey, but, like, really likely Horsey and stuff. As a Whiscash, it's okay. It's worse than you think it is. I recommend delaying this for Earthquake. I personally would probably put it... The thing is, it's also a 50-50 ability. Like, you get Swift Swim or you get Hydration, which isn't as good. There's probably points where it's good with Hydration. I just don't think it's that good. Like, it's too much variance, but it is a good dupe, which I think keeps it a C tier. Yeah, I think I feel okay about this. I think you're getting more use out of these guys, like similar use out of these guys generally. More use out of these Pokemon in general. Yeah. Psyduck's not good. Like, even as a Golduck, it's not good. It gets, like, good coverage. I have a Golduck. I have a really good Golduck. You get Ice Beam, which is nice. Never killing anything. You get Psychic, which is nice. It's never killing anything. It could probably beat a Poliwrath. Mine has. It's been a Poliwrath. Focus Blast, sure. If you want to miss. I think you're actually right about that type, but well, I'll explain my reasoning in a minute. This Pokemon's not great. And as a Psyduck, it's pretty bad. But I do think it's a pretty good dupe, which is valuable. I would consider it D tier. I'd probably put it like right down here. I mean, I don't hate him. I have Golduck on my current split. Granted, I have a crap load of good Swift Swimmers, but it's never hitting ranges. It's never really getting kills unless it can, like, not risk dying in 2AK or something with Psychic or something. But I don't think it's bad. Like, I don't really think Pokemon are bad in this game for the most part. I think most Pokemon are good, and most Pokemon have value. Azu's high Seer, low B, nope. Azu's bad. I don't care. I know it's probably my most controversial, but I don't think this Pokemon's good in the slightest. I honestly think this is lower, yeah. The more I think about it. I said when I ranked these two that I think this Pokemon is better than this Pokemon. Because of Battle Armor. But I think they're both good, and I think any Pokemon that lets you counter Rotom on Gardenia has so much value because it lets you delay till 205 North for guaranteed Finneon, which helps your routing a ton for Horsey and for Alligator, which is really, really good. But I do think this is lower. I'd probably put it like here, to be completely honest. It is really good though. Makes Ozzy so bad it doesn't do anything. It doesn't really offer that much. It's pretty good in the forest. It's pretty okay on Mars. It can beat Jupiter's Gyarados. I've never seen anybody get crit by that thing a day in my life. I'm pretty sure there's scripts or something. And then it's okay on Cycling Road. It feels like it's never the best option. It's not ever doing enough damage. It can beat certain Pokemon pretty okay. There are, like, I don't know. It's one of those Pokemon you can throw at stuff and it can kind of 1v1 them. And, like, you don't really care that much if it dies depending on where you're at in the game. But, like, I don't know. I think Dive Delay is beyond cap. I think you just want to maximize your value in Gardenia Split with it. Slam, you're clicking, like, on water types more often. You're not really using this on, like, other Pokemon for the most part. And if you're using it like a Gravel or something, Bubble Beam's probably fine. It can take a hit and do okay damage. Like, it's... Okay, if a Pokemon can take a hit and do damage, like, so can so many Pokemon here. But, like, you're actively... Like, it's not a great dupe. It falls off a cliff. People were, like, so high on this thing. I think you're better off just delaying Twinleaf for taking the grass. Personally, I think delaying Twinleaf for Good Rod is better. But, like, yeah, I don't know. This Pokemon has, like, almost no value, I think. compared to anything above it. You can use a script, Alex. It's pretty decent at 1v1ing other water types, but I mean, you can also pick this Pokemon, which does that. This Pokemon can even do that sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, it's just not very good. Don't take it in Twin Leaf. That's my idea, don't do it. Alright, Zubat is really, really good. This is probably S tier. Crobat's just broken, man. Delay for Brave Bird. Like, yeah, recency bias? I mean, it's not. This Pokemon is an insanely good typing. It's good as a Golbat. It's broken as a Crobat. I think it's better than Mankey. Brave Bird is just broken. Did you not say that Crobat isn't even that good yesterday? No. What? When would I say that? There's not a single game that Crobat's in where it's bad. It's good if you do evolve it, but I think delaying for Brave Bird is better. Really, really good Pokemon. I mean, like, I don't really think I need to say why it's good. It's... Fighting type is, like... I think fighting types are pretty consistently the hardest Pokemon to deal with in this game. For the most part. And you 4x resist them and kill them with Brave Bird. Outspeeds everything. Poison Fang can 2-tap a lot of stuff. Crunch is good for ghost types and psychic types if you like can. Like switch in on like a Aura Sphere from a fighting type or like a Signal Beam from a fighting type and kill it after chipping. It's really good. Really, really good. Probably a skill issue. I don't really like Crobat and Runabun, but I've always had better flying types when I've had it. It's really good at Runabun, but you kind of have to scale U-turn. Just like Ledian, that's true, Knack. I mean, Crobat doesn't get U-turn, but it is good. It's really, really broken. It's gonna be like, once you get it, it's gonna be probably like the most consistent Pokemon in your box, if not one of them. You get 4x resistances to grass, fighting, and bug. You get an immunity. It's just, yeah, it's broken. Okay. I don't know exactly how to feel about this yet, but I know it's probably really good in the fog section because it gets Guts Shadow Punch, which bypasses accuracy checks. You get CC eventually. I caught mine as a Hariyama, and it doesn't get kills. It is never seeing a kill, basically. But I'm going to not let that cloud my judgment because I was in the section where I can't pre-status. So I think it's probably better than it's looking for me right off the rip. You can get Vital Throw on it too, which bypasses accuracy checks. It's definitely going to get kills with Guts. D tier, you're smoking methamphetamines. This is... I don't know. I don't know. You can delay for 70 fake out, which is probably worth it, to be honest. I caught mine as a Hari. It's not great as a Makuhita. But fighting types are really valuable. I don't know. Honestly, I want to wait on this one. I don't know. Because, like, I have the feeling that Hariyama is going to be really good for me on Fog Split if I can make it that far. It beats Shuckle, yeah. It can beat Lileep, I think, as well. Even though it's kind of cope. But it can beat Lileep, it beats Shuckle. But, like, Shadow Punch value is huge on Fog Split. Vital Throw value, which I don't have, but, like, it's big. Guts is just really good because you don't have to worry about status and you can do huge damage. I don't know. And I don't want to rank it A because I could be wrong. I'm just too unsure. And I think most other people are also kind of unsure. But in my head, this is somewhere in this range. In my head, that's somewhere in that range. Okay, I don't know anything about Rhyperior, and I haven't used much Rhyhorn. But you do get Rock Wrecker, right? Nope, never mind. You get it on level 100 on you. Okay, I mean, like... He beats all of the clowns, okay. Show Rock Wrecker. Yeah, Rock Wrecker is pretty crazy. I guess it's the only Pokemon that gets it that's not named Regirock. I mean, Rhydon's fine, right? Like, it's definitely fine. You get Rockhead, but you don't get Head Smash. I mean, it's worse than Golem, that's for sure. I would probably put it B tier. I don't think it's worse than you. Like, I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's a rock and ground. It's exactly what you expect. Evolage Gen 5. I just don't really think I can justify putting it any higher than this when we haven't seen Rhyperior, really. Rhydon's gonna do Rhydon stuff. It's gonna be good, right? But it's tough to really say. Other than that, Aeron has got to be S tier, A tier, right? Yo, I already did. What'd you think? Too high, too low? What do you think? That's where I put it. You kind of showed me the truth with Sleep Talk Return. We got the Ursaring expert in chat. A is fair because you can get quick feet TV. That's why, yeah. If you hit Guts, it's probably top 10 guy. Okay. Yeah, I think quick feet is still fine, but not nearly as good as Guts when you have priority Sleep Talk Return. That's wild, dogs. I mean, Aeron's S tier, right? Like, you delay for Rock Smash and then it's LeBron James. I mean, I don't... Like, you can delay for Head Smash at 60, which isn't really that high, to be honest. And then you get Aggron with Rockhead Head Smash. That's 100% accurate. And there's a shit ton of Pokemon that Aggron walls. And it's good as an Aeron. Did I say Rock Smash delay? I meant Head Smash delay. Sorry, I don't know if did I say Rock Smash delay? Head Smash delay. Yeah, I mean, it's just a pretty easy S tier, I'd say. Good mon. It's good as an Aeron, like at level 40. Like Pokemon with like just normal coverage or normal flying, blah, blah, blah. It's just good. Okay, I know Mawile's good early, but does it hold up? I had it once, and I was tilt queuing. I think it's good because it's a steel type with Intim. Is it guaranteed Intim, or can you get Hyper Cutter? It's Intim, okay. You have Vice Grip and Swallow. Okay. I mean, this is probably terrible, right? I mean, like, it's a steel type with Intim. It's probably good early. 70 from Ice Beam, yeah, it has no Spadef. At least it gets buffed attack. Oh, this thing's bad. You get Fire. Like, you get coverage moves for typings that you don't want coverage. Like, you get Poison coverage. Wow, dude. Now you can kill the Grass type you all when you have a Crobat in your box. Super Fang's nice. Badmon. Fighting coverage, okay, pivot with Intim. Yeah, I mean, it has value, right? It has value. Stats are too bad. Steel, it's probably the worst steel typing, or worst steel type, probably, right? Intim's nice. Has some okay. There's probably some niche mons that it can do okay into. I mean, this is one of the best Pokemon in the game, I think. It's just like, it's up there for best mon in the game, right? You get dry skin as a Phanpy, which is insane. You can use Phanpy and either like Xatu or Ninetales to completely PP stall Melodic. I haven't actually really had it much as a Donphan. I know it's really good. You get battle armor. A mono ground type with battle armor with any Intim support is insane. It's just like unbeatable. You get Earthquake, you get route coverage. You can scale these. Accelerock at 46 isn't bad. I think delaying for Earthquake's probably worth it. But this thing's pretty unreal, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it's the best mon in the game, but it's up there. Definitely up there. You get a ton of value as both Phanpy and Donphan. I think you can use Phanpy as a Phanpy, even like later if you wanted to. It's one of the best mons in the game for sure. I think in terms of like consistency and like how much it's bringing to your run, like for the entire thing, I would say it probably is. Not counting like your starter, but it's really, I'll put it at the top. So good. Goldine's okay. It's a better dupe than anything. Pretty decent on Rourke. It can like revenge kill Cranios with Aqua Jet. Decent on Rourke split. It's pretty good on Gardenia split. If you have a good enough Goldeen, you can use flail strats with Swift Swim Seeking on Gardenia and take a couple mons with like pre-damage like 11 or 12 HP with Stealth Rocks up. Get flail strats up. Really good on Mars. Average Glub. But I don't really think it has much value. I'm gonna be so honest, I think Seeking's better than Azumarill. I think the dupe value alone brings it up to C tier though. Like, I think it's for sure better than Azumarill. Dude, Azumarill is just genuinely bad. Okay, this Pokemon I cannot rank. I don't know how to rank this. Slowpoke has terrorized the Kaizo series permanently for over a decade. To the point where we all know Emerald Kaizo's Slowbro, where it completely beats the E4. Shell Armor Slowbro's insane. It's a 50-50, so I think it's Shell Armor and Unaware. You can catch it early, and you can't evolve it until you get a Shelter, and you have to evolve it with a Shelter in your party. I don't know the best way to guarantee Shelter, and Shelter also gets Teleport, so it's hard to catch, and it has a pretty low catch rate. Impossible to rank right now. However, if you do get Slowpoke, how do you evolve Slowking, actually? What the hell? King's Rock still? I wonder if that has any value. Slack off at 57 is pretty good. And you get Magic Guard. That's pretty cool. It's just impossible to rank. I would imagine Slowking's pretty good. It's just not possible to rank right now. It's too early in the game's lifespan. Although it is really good, probably as a Slowking and a Slowbro. There's too many variables that we haven't seen yet to really say. But I would imagine it's good. Is a Shell Teleport? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I've seen some people say that Squirtle's ass, but I don't know. Because you get Shell Armor. Wait, doesn't Blastoise lose it? Bruh. What is the point of this? I know Torrent's a pretty good ability, but... I mean, like, you're... 50-50 ability, you get plus 25 special attack, though. Is that real? Wait, does Blastoise really only have, like... that much, like, 85... Wait, 85? Torrent's not very good on Pokemon that are slow, yeah. Wait, it gets low... What the... I don't think this is good in the slightest. Oh, I just punched my monitor in accident. Like, 50-50 ability is bad, but Shell Armor is probably okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about the Dragonite. I think C tier. Like, I think it's around... I don't think it's very good. Being able to beat that Dragonite is nice, though. There's no world Barboach is better. I mean, I think Barboach is pretty easily better. It's also a good dupe. And it's good for routing. And ground types in general are going to be better than just like a random bulky water type that's 50-50 on an ability. Like, I'd rather have a Pokemon with like Swift Swim Earthquake than a Pokemon with Torrent that's slow and doesn't do that much damage. I'd rather have it than most other mons in C tier. I'm gonna be honest, I think I'd rather have a Shift Tree. Like, what does this provide that other Pokemon don't, other than maybe a Dragonite counter? Special Attack and Ground Guy also got... Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I just don't see it, to be honest. Also 50-50 for Swift Swim. Yeah, but if we're like... Barboach's typing is better than most of what this thing does. Like, Barboach's typing and dupe value alone is better than Squirtle. Like, not talking about anything that it actually does offensively or in battle is better than what Squirtle's offering. Alright, Xatu and Natu are really good. I think they're definitely A tier. I think most Pokemon with Magic Guard are going to be A tier. Or like A tier or higher. Like... This can completely PP stall the Melodic with Phanpy. It can switch it on rocks and not care. It can... It's a mixed attacker, so Zen Headbutt does a lot of damage, as well as like extrasensory Psychic, Confusion Ray, or Confusion Side. It's like Psybeam. It falls off of Gardenia? No, it doesn't. Like, it absolutely does not. I think this is pretty up there as far as a good Pokemon. You get Me First, which I was about to mention is really good on Fantina. You can switch in on fighting moves, and Me First Shadow Ball, which, if you don't know, Me First is a priority move that takes the move that the Pokemon's about to use on you and makes it 50% stronger. So you can kill like Drifblim or something, and then bait in Gengar, and then chain that with Shadow Ball, which is really good. Good on Maylene Split, good on Maylene in general. It's good on Jupiter. I've seen Natu for Rourke. I think it's bad, but I've seen it for Rourke. It's good for Gardenia. It's good for Jupiter. Chain kills Gengar. Yeah, this Pokemon's really good. Beats Mansion Dragonite with Me First. I would imagine. Yeah, like I think this Pokemon is extremely good. And I don't imagine anything with Me First value and a 4x resist that has a lot of weaknesses would fall off. Like, Me First is one of the best moves in the game without a doubt. Got Nidoqueen over Nidoqueen, really? I mean, yeah, it's like objectively better. It's just really, really good. I mean, Magic Guard is a broken ability in a game where that's so centralized around weather and hazards, like for Stealth Rock specifically. So you don't have to worry about that. Doesn't King hit harder? Oh, true. Yeah, okay, yeah, Nidoking hits harder. So let's take all the Pokemon with higher offenses and put them in S tier. I think that would make more sense. Yeah, Grand Ball is 120 attack. That's pretty good. Okay, I actually think this thing's pretty good. It's not bad. So you get Encore, which is really good. You get Gastro Acid, which is really good. And you're overall pretty bulky. So you get Encore, Sludge Bomb. Like, you're not really doing much damage, but you get Encore. You get Toxic, right? You get Toxic, Encore, Sludge Bomb. You can Explode. You can Gastro Acid. Swallow is pretty good. Like, I think this Pokemon's solid. I don't think you're ever really disappointed, but it's not like... It's just kind of like not overwhelming or underwhelming. It's just like a pretty okay Pokemon. I'd put it somewhere in B tier. I think I would put it... It's a little bit niche, so I'd probably put it like around here. I'd probably put it around... It's like a little niche, but it's not bad at all. Like, everything here has good niches and use cases. The thing is Gulpin is a Pokemon you can get in an egg, and if you get it early, but also get it in the egg, it's just a -1 encounter. You can use that egg to trade for a trade encounter later, but that is kind of annoying. It's good on Roark, because you can try to get the level up on it and use it for, like, Leap or something, depending on your line, or, like, Shuckle and Encore it. Encore is always going to be really good. It's always going to give a lot of value. I think I might even put it above these guys because of the Encore value. But a lot of the Pokemon here, it's, like, really depending on your box. They're going to synergize better with other mons that you have, you know? But it's good. It's good. Solid Pokemon. Like I said, most Pokemon are pretty good. Impossible to rank on Slackoth. It's fine as a Vigoroth. It's fine as a Slackoth. You don't get slacking until, literally no joke, level 90. So nobody's made it there. We don't know. It's a slacking. So it's a buffed attack slacking. Like, it's going to be good. But I can't really definitively give it a placement. But you do get double edge at 24, which is pretty crazy. It's just impossible to rank, and I'm sure you guys understand why. I imagine it's good. I imagine it's an E4 mon if you have it, and yeah. Slacking is kind of a beast. Okay, I saw Burrito make a little mini PK Tyros a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I saw Burrito make a tier list weeks ago. And he had Arbok really low. I don't think Arbok's as bad as he does. I like Arbok. I think it's good. Like, it gets Intim, which is nice. Not that Intim necessarily always saves you, but it's good on Fantina. You can chip and chain Gengar, potentially. I think it was Anti do that. It's really good in Valley Windworks. The Stinger. Good in Maylene's gym. Gets relatively early Gunk Shot. Fighting resist with Intim is going to be pretty valuable. You get Glare and Super Fang for catching. I think it's C tier. I think I'd put it around here. I'm happier with this over C-Dot. No, C-Dot has value as a Rotom counter. I think this is pretty fair. I think Burrito had it like in D tier, which I just don't necessarily agree with. I've seen... Okay. I was talking to Bella about this. I've seen Arbok on all 4 gym leaders, and I've seen it do stuff on all 4 gym leaders, which makes me think it has value, and I know it has value because I've had this thing a lot. The funny part about Arbok is if you don't delay it, which I don't think you should delay Ekans because most of its value is going to come on Gardenia Split and Fantina Split. If you delay it till 33, if you don't delay it until 33, you have Poison Sting until Maylene Split, which is really funny. It can beat Ludicolo, and then you can sack. It can do well on Fantina with Crunch, and you can sack. It's just, I think it's like a serviceable Pokemon that does what you want it to do. He's also clutch for some reason. I got a video coming out in a couple days. Really shows you how clutch this guy is. The Stinger. Bella running a PK2. She actually wants to. Okay. I mean, I don't even know why I have both of these, to be honest. I should have just removed one of these. I'm only going to rank... I'm going to put them both in the exact same spot. This Pokemon's A tier, though. They do different things on Roark, but that's about it. I mean, like, Poliwhirl is better, but it's like, it's too rare. I know it gets different moves if you fish, but it's like... It's... The payoff is going to be the same for the most part. But I think it's like A tier for sure. I would put it higher than Sentret and you. I'd actually put it around here, probably. Like, I know Poliwhirl gets better submission, but, like, I just think it would... Dude, one, I don't want to deal with the YouTube comments and you're going to say, why is Poliwhirl here but Poliwag's there? And also, you're going to be getting relatively similar payoffs regardless. The reason Teddy Ursa is an A tier is because you get Guts priority Sleep Talk with Return. So you can delete all of your moves and then go Sleep Talk and Return, and then put your Pokemon to sleep. Sleep Talk priority Return is like a nuke. It's pretty insane. The issue, it would be higher if it didn't get Quick Feet sometimes. Quick Feet's still probably fine, but if you had a choice to Evo into Ludi or Poliwrath and Eterna, which would you choose? Probably Ludi. I think Ludi's a better Pokemon than Poliwrath, but they're both really good. But yeah, this thing, it's really good. Water fighting is a really good typing. Great on Wake Split, great on any rain section. Fighting types are really useful, obviously, and having one that can be really fast and Swift Swim is really nice. This gets submission if you catch it as a Poliwhirl before Roark, and this obviously doesn't, but really solid Pokemon. And I think the more that people start playing Platinum Kaizo, or the more that people keep playing Platinum Kaizo, the more the value of Poliwhirl and Poliwrath is expanding. I don't know why I always see Anti-Slicer every single run have a Politoed, even though that's my favorite Pokemon ever. Really good Pokemon, though. If my run wipes at any point, I'm going to be delaying Twin Leaf for Poliwhirl. Corphish. Okay, the thing about Corphish is it's so hard to rank. Because it's 50-50 ability. One's really good, one's really bad. Like, really whatever. But I don't really think it's that good. It's slow. And like, I always see people sack it. It's inconsistent. You don't, like, the only thing that gets protect is this, and this is usually a really good Protectmon. I don't know how I feel about Corphish. You're also never getting this early game for the most part. People used to route for this. I didn't even know that. Like, what does it do? It was good for me yesterday. I caught it as a Corphish, and I got it as from the Corphish, from the egg, and it was a Corphish, and like, I'm gonna put this in D tier. It's a dark type, which is nice, but like, I don't really think it's offering you any value. You can, if you're gonna get it, you probably want to get it later too. You get either Hypercutter or Adaptability. I mean, Adaptability's got to be really good is the thing, but like, it's still not going to be that good of a Pokemon because you're slow. Yeah, like, I think this is probably reasonable. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this one. I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong about this one if something gets shown otherwise, but I just don't really see it. Well, he was good for me yesterday as a pivot, but that's about it. And like, I could have done that with Whiscash. I could have done that with other Pokemon in theory. Okay, low key Rat is good. Low key Rat is like pretty good. I think delaying for Facade Rat is really good, but Raticate's also itself really good on Gardenia Split. Rat kind of goes in. It's kind of IV dependent though, which is why I think it's B tier. But Raticate goes crazy. Like, there are multiple times where I'm like completely stuck on a fight, and then I watch someone's VOD and they have Rat and they just like sweep it. I think it's fine here. It's like Spearow is kind of the bird rat, and this is a rat. Double Edge does go crazy. I think delaying for Facade is always going to be better. I don't think it's a bad mod at all. I think it's pretty good. You kind of we know what it does with Guts, right? It's pretty good on Gardenia Split. So if you can't afford a delay, it's not going to be bad. But delaying for Facade is where it really pays off. Chrono beats Rotom if they wanted enough. I did see that. Okay, Nose Pass is really good. Dude, am I crazy for wanting to put this with Aeron and S tier? I guess I can't. It's A tier though, but like, can I though? I mean, you got Magnet Bomb. Like, okay, so you get Probopass for Mount Coronet. You evolve Nosepass into Mount Coronet and get Probopass. So you get Nosepass, or you get Probopass for Fantina Split. No, I think this is S tier. I've used this Pokemon more than basically anything. This is S tier. It beats Shuckle. It sits in your box for all of Gardenia Split for the most part, and then on Fantina Split, once you get Probopass, it comes to most fights. It came to basically every fight in Fantina's gym. It came to an insane amount of fights on Maylene Split. This typing's really good for Nuzlocke. It gets Is it Magnet Bomb or no? It's Magnet Bomb where it bypasses accuracy checks, which is really good for fog sections. This Pokemon's insane, dude. It kind of like it's one of those Pokemon that like as a nose pass, it's underwhelming. Like it doesn't do that much. It's not electric. It doesn't like pop off necessarily. I could even see it being better than Aeron, to be honest. But this Pokemon's great, dude. Love this guy. But like, it's just not like a flashy mon on Rourke Split, so I think a lot of people are like, nose pass, blah, blah, blah. But you get it to a Probo Pass and it's crazy. S tier, I'd say for sure. I don't know where to rank Dunsparce. He goes in on Rourke Split, and he's pretty good on Gardenia Split, but like, he falls off, right? Like, he's got to be here with these guys. You get Glare, which is nice. I feel like he's just like the snake version of these, where it's gonna like carry you through early game, and it's nice you have a bunch of delays because you can like it's a Lunatone counter. WREF Kaizo Jerry, baby. Like Glare, Serene Grace, Parafledge spam is unexplored tech. That is true. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. It's like you get it early game. It's like, okay, I have Shinx and Starly in my box. That's just going to help me get through Rourke and like the first half of Gardenia Split as well. I know Secret Power can put the sleep on Gardenia, which is cool, but it's, I mean, stuff like that is like inconsistent. If you're relying on that, then it's kind of copium anyway, right? So, I mean, but like, I think it's fine. Like, you're not upset about getting it. It's similar to these guys. Okay, now we're going to take Geodude and Machop and rank them together. This is a tough one. Machamp is broken. Straight up a broken Pokemon with no guard. Golem is a broken Pokemon with shell armor. The thing is, you can't get both, right? That is true. Dunsparce does get the guaranteed defense drop from Rock Smash. I forgot about that. I don't think that changes my mind. But like, here's my thing, is I think every Pokemon in this game that's not named Zigzagoon has value. Like, I think the game is balanced in a way where like everything is going to do something for you. And I think these guys are going to do stuff for you, but like they fall off a cliff eventually. And they're not going to be as valuable. And I think what is this thing called? Delibird has probably the most variance in situations. After Fantina and Melee, or after Fantina. Hop value, Kabaya Berry, Double Aerialis on the Roserade. Okay. Geodude and Machop. And you got Memento, yeah. Is this S tier? I haven't used Machamp, but I've seen it and it looks really broken. And I know people are like routing for Machamp and like trying to get Machamp whenever they can. And I know this is shell armor. When it's final Evo. Like, I think this is beyond broken, like beyond OP. And I think it's gotta be S tier. You get like Mach Punch. 140 attack, no guard. Like, no guard means you can't miss on all the Bright Powder, Snow Cloak, Fog sections. Like, that's insane. And there's an entire section for it. Like, I think this thing is crazy. The question is, I don't necessarily know where I'd put it. Probably here. And then, like, what about Geodude is the thing, because I don't see people with Golem, and you can only get one, right? Like, you can't get Machamp and Golem, right? So it's like, but this is for sure good, right? Like, you get a 130, 140 shell armor, head smash at 100, earthquake at 4. Like, this is good, bro. Can you catch Golem anywhere? You can. Okay, well. Machoke, Graveler when you can't evolve them. I mean, like, Graveler and Machoke both have value, too. Like, Graveler against Rough Skin, it is a really good pivot. It, like, is a good standalone Pokemon as well, and same with Machoke. So I think that... And it's like, you need Machop to get Geodude. If you don't know, to get Golem, you have to level up Graveler with Machoke in your party, or Machop, or whichever one. I don't know. I think it's Machoke. And then vice versa. So, Machop, like, okay, Geodude is really good because you need it to get Machamp, and Machamp is really good because you need it to get Geodude. So if these are both really good Pokemon, they are both even better because of how good the other one is. And then, whichever one you take, you also get good value out of Graveler or Machoke. Like, they're both going to be standalone good mons too, so I think there's just no way they're not S tier. Level them in the same fight. It does whichever one's first in the party, or whichever. Yeah, right. I think you can only get one. So people tried it. But yeah, they're both pretty crazy. And I think even like Geodude. I used Geodude for Electivire on Berry 3 once. Machoke gets huge power. Like, nah, you don't get both, Tiago. People have tried it. Yeah, like, they're just both... They're for sure S tier. It seems like they're kind of S tier by design. Okay, Cubone is ass. I'm going to be honest with you. I had Cubone once. Don't look at the Cubone versus Cranidos calcs. They're very, very disturbing. This thing is ass. No, all things considered, realistically, it has 50 attack. You get the Thick Club kind of late. You do get Lightning Rod, which is probably decent in doubles. But I don't think this is very good. Like, I don't think this is a very good Pokemon. It's kind of rare. Thick Club's like post Maylene. Yeah, I have it now, but I don't have this Pokemon. You can get Rockhead Double Edge. Like, Submission Jump Kit? What? You don't get that. You get it at 28. Yeah, like, this just isn't very good. I think... It's 80. Like, dude, I don't think this Pokemon's good at all, and I think it's always going to be outclassed by something else in your box. And if your box doesn't have one of those, like, physically bulky ground types, then it's probably not a very good box. I almost want to put it F tier. This Pokemon's really bad. Like, it is interesting. It is so cute, but it's very terrible. Like, it does no... It has 50 attack as a Cubone, dude. Yeah. I think it's F. Like, I don't know. It's also, like, if you have Cubone, you... Like, you got a bad... And like, you got a worse encounter than everything else you could have gotten, probably. I think even with Thick Club, it's probably not that good. Maybe a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but you don't get Thick Club until after Maylene. I don't see it. Seems pretty bad. Maybe if it had Battle Armor or something, I would say it's probably pretty good because it's pretty bulky. But yeah, it's pretty bad. Bonsai's good. It gets Copycat. Sudowoodo's Learn Set's really interesting, and you get it early. So you get Copycat at... Where is it? Mimic. No, it's Copycat, right? Yeah, you start with Copycat. Right? You are always getting Copycat on this thing, right? You get Block, which is a priority move, which blocks Pokemon in from like teleporting or like wilds from leaving, which is really valuable. It's a pure Rock type, which actually isn't terrible. Copycat's really good, especially on a Pokemon so slow. So you can like Rock Slide, Copycat Rock Slide, or like anything really. You get Sucker Punch pretty early. All things considered, if you do want to delay, which is pretty cool. Woodhammer, cool. Rockhead, not taking recoil. Decent coverage, you can explode. I think this is good. I know it's really good on Gardenia split. I think it's B tier though. Like, I think it's probably around here. It's a good mon. It's a really solid Pokemon. Block isn't just good for late game, it's completely mandatory for every teleport encounter. Yeah, actually that might move up to A. Like, I know, yeah, honestly, that's pretty valuable. Yeah, I'm gonna put an A. I think being able to block stuff late game is extremely good. And it's also a guaranteed encounter with Rock Smash. With Copycat too, like, that's really, really solid. It's a really good utility guy for that purpose. And it's bulky, does decent damage. Grimer's also pretty good. Probably like the most B tier mon of all time. Good on Maylene. It's good on Gardenia split. Pretty good on Fantina split. Shadow Punch does quite a bit of damage. You can disable. I think Coughing and Grimer are very similar. And I think they're both going to be in the same spot in B tier. I honestly would put them both right with Gulpin. I don't know who's better. I think Grimer's better long term because it gets Recover. I haven't used my Weezing in a hot minute. They're toxic guys. I think Grimer also gets toxic, right? I know Coughing does. Yeah, they're toxic guys. Disable. Coughing's really good for the Shuckle. There was good, solid, pretty bulky Pokemon. Muck has a super good niche late game Imprison's Explosion Self-Destruct. That is pretty good, yeah. Is Imprison like a priority move or anything? Because that'd be pretty interesting. No. Oh, yeah, it's still good, though. Yeah, Shadow Punch is good. Bypasses accuracy checks. Good mons. Solid. They do what you want. They're really going to pop off on Gardenia split. Coughing might be A. No, it's not A. Definitely not. Muck's A? No, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, I could maybe see them higher than like these two, but long term, I think I'm using these guys more. I do think this is better than Coughing with Recover, though. I think Sandshrew I'd put lower as well. Yeah, I think this is fair. I don't know. Yeah, maybe Mothim's ended up too high. I think Mothim, I kind of forgot it was there. It ended up too high because we ranked it so early. It's probably there. Well, Levitate's also good. I mean, yeah, it's fine. It just doesn't do that much in return. Like, it's good for the Shuckle. It's good on Gardenia split. It's pretty okay on Fantina split, and then it continues to fall off and fall off and fall off and fall off. And it's gonna do certain things against mons that don't really have coverage for this specifically, but it has really bad special defense, and it doesn't do that much damage anymore. And I'm probably gonna boom it at some point anyway. But yeah, they're good mons. Boom Bob better than Slime Bob? I don't think so, because Slime Bob gets Recover. But I think it's better early. I think Grimer scales better, which is why I have it higher, and I think that's more important. Delcatty's better than Mothim? No, I don't agree. Maybe, no, I don't agree. I think they're better than these, though. Ground Melee and the Dupe's better. The Dupe's fair. But, like, I think having a ground... Okay, if Weezing's your only ground immunity, though, I think that's not an ideal box anyway, and I do think it's good. I think the dupe value is good, but I think... I mean, I've seen Grimer have a ton more value with Recover. Like, even on, like, Wake Split and Maylene Split. But, like, I haven't used my Weezing in a long time. But I don't think they're bad at all. I think they're good Pokemon, and I think they're pretty comparable. I don't run ads manually. Twitch does it. Sorry. Immunities. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they're both good ones. Picking at small things either way. I agree. I think it's pretty, like... They're both pretty comparable, and I think... Honestly, in my box, Grimer would probably be better, but there are probably boxes where Coughing would be better than Grimer. I think you're happy getting these guys in Orberg either way, though. Like, the thing about Mothim is it sucks because you don't get this, but, like, it's not a bad Pokemon. Okay, Magby's a beast. Magby's insanely good. I'd put it, like, high B. Dude, my current run, Magby got 28 kills on Gardenia Split as a Magby. As a Magmar, it's really good. And then as a Magmortar, it's really good. It feels weird to put it next to Smoochum, but I think that's pretty accurate. I think it's just a really good Pokemon. Like, I'm really excited to use Magmortar eventually, but you don't get it till Candace Split. Getting Magby and Orberg Mine feels not great. It depends on what else you have in your box, but if you don't have any like Ground Rock guy or Steel guy, then yeah, it doesn't feel great. But that's not Magby's fault. It killed 9 of the 9 on the Gauntlet Armims, but then it got a bunch more after that. Delcatty's a top 5 mod in the game. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Magmar is really good in the Eterna Galactic. It's really good on Gardenia Split. It's really good on Fantina Split. It continues to pop off on a Maylene Split. It's good for the Veilstone Uranus tag. This is like a solid... Physical attacking fire types are pretty nice, I think. You get Milk Trank, which that's cool. Yeah, I think this is fair. I could see it being higher, though, depending on how good Magmortar is, but nobody's used it yet, so we're not entirely sure. But I could see it higher. I could see it in A tier, depending on the value of Magmortar. I know Electivire is, like, absolutely up here. Overheat Delay is also really good. I think Overheat Delay is for sure worth it if you have something like a Ninetales in your box, or like a special attacking fire type. But for my box, I think I needed to evolve it before Overheat, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I still think it's like a good mon regardless. But yeah, Overheat Delay is really, really good, and it probably makes it even better. Really good mon, though. Charmander. I don't know. When I had Charizard, it was quiet. Might be getting you Scizor guaranteed. Oh, I didn't even know that. Magby gets you guaranteed Scizor. That's tech, bro. I didn't realize that was guaranteed. I knew it was a dupe. I just didn't know it was guaranteed. Yeah, that's tech. Yeah, that's good. Okay, what do you guys think about Charmander? B tier with Flamethrower Blaze, otherwise C tier. Yeah, I mean, I think the typing is nice for certain things. I mean, Blaze is good. I think Blaze gives it more value. Is it always Blaze? It's not? That pisses me off. Yeah, I just think Blaze gives it a lot more value, but like Solar Power being a trade-off, it's like there aren't that many Sun fights in this game so far. It'll probably be good on one eventually, but I don't know. All the Kanto starters being 50-50 is kind of annoying. I'm gonna put it in in B tier. I think it's a good Pokemon, is why. He's kind of a stealth rock victim, though. That is true. But that could be good to like pre-damage into Blaze. Like I don't think it's necessarily all bad, and it's pretty fast. It's like decent speed. I think B tier is fine. This thing was really underwhelming for me when I had it. Like, you kind of want to delay this guy till Flare Blitz, probably. But it's like... it gets Intim, which is nice. You're rocking with Fire Fang, which is good. If you're able to delay. You might not be able to, though, because if you don't have another fire type, you might want it for the Gauntlet in Gardenia's gym. I'm thinking like C. It does learn Teleport. That is very funny. Yeah, like it's not like the craziest dupe ever either. It has value. I feel like it's around the same spot as Charmander. Flare Blitz is nice if you can delay. I think it's fair. Cyndaquil, this thing's definitely crazy, right? If you get it to a Typhlosion. You don't get Eruption. You do. Okay. That is crazy. Delay till 63 is not really that late. The thing is, this is a Roarmon. I once caught a 211 Quilava that came with Heat Wave. Ooh. Blaze Eruption, Anti-Synergy. Yeah, I mean, Blaze is really good with, like, Lava Plume or, like, Flare Blitz or, like... I guess Mystical Fire is a scale, too. Yeah, I think this is a really good Pokemon. But, like, it's too inconsistent to really be any higher than B. But, like, I think I would throw it, like, in the... Like, this is, like, talking potential. I think it's really solid. I'd probably put it, like, here. Like, I mean, like, Eruption is really good. It's also, like, decently fast with, like, one more special attack, Poggers. You get some good coverage. Not like you're hitting that hard. It's Explosion. Oh, wow. Yeah, this seems really good. Probably very IP dependent, though, yeah. Which is why I think B tier is better than A tier. Ponyta, this thing's good. I know this thing's good. I was calcing a fight last night with Ninetales where it did like 65 damage to Solid Rock Glalie, and then I watched Nakalai kill it in one hit with Rapidash. It gets Reckless, right? Yeah, like Reckless is just pretty cracked, and you get good coverage. You get Jump Kick, which is gonna miss, but you get Flare Blitz with Reckless. I think it's for sure A tier. Double Edge as well. It's gonna hit like a truck with Reckless. Reshiram, aka Zapdos. Like, it's definitely an A tier mon. It's really good, which is cool because I feel like Rapidash is always mid. I think I'd throw it up here. Like, I think this guy's a little bit worse than these two. Rapidash Oko stuff on 215 in the rain. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Early Stomp for other fire types. Yeah, this is a really good mon. Really good mon. Reckless Flare Blitz goes pretty crazy and it's really fast. 110 speed's crazy. It's also got a plus 30 BST with 5 in every stat. That's insane. Great mon though. Great mon. I really want to use it. I'm excited to. All right, Slugma. I mean, this is just S tier. The real best mon in the game. It's Chestnut. You get the Slugma for free. Trade mon. 31 in every IV. Solid Rock. Perfect Nature with Quiet. You get the 90 base power Fire Spin. You get Will-O-Wisp. You get Recover. You get Rock Slide. You get Rock Tomb. If you've played or watched Platinum Kaizo, honestly, you should go in here. It's a guaranteed encounter. It doesn't really feel right to rank this, you know? Like, I think it's literally a starter. Make a new tier, but then the tier list looks kind of ugly. Do you guys think it's right to put it in the starters here? I mean, it might as well be, right? Like, if you are not getting Chestnut, aka Slugma, you are trolling, and you are actively making your run more difficult. I'll just put it top of S, because it'll be confusing for people who don't understand. But if you don't know, basically, in Orberg, there's a lady with a trade Slugma, and you can trade any Pokemon to it, aka you trade one of these bums, or these guys. And it's a Slugma with perfect IVs, 31 in everything, quiet nature, with Recover, Will-O-Wisp, 90 base power Fire Spin that still traps and does damage over time. You can get Rock Tomb, you can get Rock Slide. It is pretty much essential. It feels weird to like rank it with other Pokemon because it's not technically mandatory, but it feels like it. It is the best Pokemon in the game. This is also the best Pokemon in the game. Onix is like the rare encounter in Orberg Mine, but you get Solid Rock Steelix, and it is 10 extra Spadef. You can get Solid Rock Steelix, 200 defense, 115 attack, buffed attack. Onix is also pretty insane. Look at all these moves you get that are insane. KTZ, current world record holder for the farthest run. Talked about just how insanely good it is constantly. I'll put it like below Famby, I guess. I'll just put it like, I'll put it here. It's so good. Solid. I watched Byron's Solid Rock Steelix live a like Magmar overheat or whatever. Probably an E4mon, just cracked. It's just hard to catch because it has Roar. But yeah, Onix can Roar, so it can be tough to catch. But soundproof value. Bang. Pachirisu's, when I had it, I liked it. You don't get to use this early game most of the time because it's a Honey Tree encounter. Same with Spinda. I don't know how good Spinda is. Oh, also, yeah, ingrain value for Sunflora is good. I've used Pachirisu and it was good for me. I would probably put it somewhere in the B tier or maybe C tier. I think it gets adaptability with Thunderfang relatively early. Let's see, hold on. Follow me. I mean, I've used it, but I don't really know how good I would say it is. I do think it is a good guy. If you have Shinx in your box, it's good to like hold you over. I feel like it's probably B tier, like around here. I think it's worse than Dustox. I think I'd probably put it at the bottom of B. Yeah, I think this is my tier list. What do you guys think? What do you rank Nomu? Well, Nomu is obviously S tier as well. This is everything before Rourke. Shuckle you can't get before Rourke. How good is on Corsola? I actually don't know. You forgot a few? Like what? I don't think I did. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, the game's been out for a month and a half. So this is like the early impressions tier list. in about a year, this will probably look completely different. But this is kind of my impressions and my thoughts on the encounters as somebody who's put a lot of time into the game, who's watched a lot of the game. Yeah, I think this tier list looks pretty solid. I guess be civil in the YouTube comments. I have a run right now, as of the time of recording this, on May 8th. That is on Wake Split. It's the best run I've ever had. I have 10 deaths, and the box looks really good. And a lot of that run has influenced my decisions on this tier list. So yeah, I think if you're interested in watching some Plat Kaizo, check that out on Twitch and YouTube Live basically every day. And also, if you disagree with anything, please let me know in the comments. Nicely. But yeah, that's my list. Where's the crocodile? You can't get it before Rourke. Right? W list, I'd put Combee top of A. I mean, I would... that's where it is. Also, tap in, YouTube. If you're not subbed, you should. A bunch of videos coming. Sub to the YouTube. Like, comment. Oh, first place. I can see it. Noma you can't get before Rourke. How many of these need long delays to be good? Onyx, Shinx, Starly, Gardevoir, Apom, Krabby, Machop, Geodude, Zubat. Well, I guess it's not really that long of a delay. Zubat, Mankey, Mantike, Teddiursa. Let's screenshot this. I'm gonna put this in my Discord. Okay. Took 3.5 hours? Yeah, I'm fucking tired. Holy shit. Why is Gardevoir so much better than Gallade? So I have a video. This video is going to be out like literally maybe even tonight. For the full explanations. We're going to have timestamps for all the mons too. But basically you get so many good moves. You get Mystical Fire, which bypasses accuracy checks. Gravity. You get Spatial Rend. You get Magical Leaf. You get Psychic. You get... like Thunderbolt, you get insane moves on Gardevoir, and it's so good for one of the harder sections, which is the Fog Gauntlet, which you get Aura Sphere, you get Heart Swap. It's really good. How do the starters compare? I haven't played, but I've seen people like Piplup. I was saying that I think all three starters are really, really good, and they all have a ton of value, obviously, right? Spatial Rend, I did. I personally do think Piplup is the best, but I don't think it's by a insane margin. But I think it's the best because of Swift Swim, and I think if you're not delaying, or if you're not resetting for Swift Swim, you're probably doing something wrong. I think Infernape's the most unexplored, but one of the things I'm constantly saying when I'm playing Platinum Kaizo is that I wish I had better fighting types, or I wish I had fighting types in general, and Infernape obviously solves that issue. And then Torterra, a really good typing with Shell Armor. And it's kind of obvious why Torterra is like pretty good, but there's a lot of situations where I'm like, damn, Torterra would be really good here. But also Piplup's just my favorite starter, so I said I'd be using it from the get-go. But yeah, I'll have more explanations like in the video if you guys missed it all. The video should probably be up today. I really wanted to play Platinum Kaizo today, but I'm really fucking tired. I slept absolutely horribly. Well, let me just stop the recording. Can I upload this to the... Okay. Let me send this to the editor and upload it into Drive real quick. Where do I have this? I also need to get a thumbnail commissioned. Oh god, okay. Festival break might be good. Yeah, that's true. I think I will call it here, even though it was a shorter one today. But I'll be live Sunday. Honestly, I might not even count this as one of the days for the marathon. We can just count it as like a random tier list stream. But video will be live today, probably. Exclamation point. YouTube. Spire. I'm too tired. I'm down to stream Spire, like maybe on Sunday though. Join the Discord and peep the socials. Also, I have an AMA sheet if you guys want to ask me anything. We're gonna be doing the AMA soon as well. But I'm gonna try to next stream. I really want to try to get to Wake. That's my goal. We'll see if it happens. It probably won't, but I really want to try to get to Wake. I'm just busy tomorrow all day. Because it's me and Bella's IRL day. But yeah. I'll be live a lot on Sunday. Cut or uncut? I'm cut. All right, let's see who's live. Let's raid Tai G, my goat. He's doing Platinum Kaizo. He's a League of Legends Challenger Teemo guy. He's a homie. Been trying to get in some Plat Kaizo. Alright, be nice. Raid message is W stream. Alright, peace out guys. See y'all Sunday.
Oh. Azra loved this ladybug, corfish, small